Hey there, Sarah. I was just messaging you because I heard that you came over the other day. Is that true? Oh, hey there, Tina. Yes, actually, I did happen to go over to your house yesterday. Well, don't you think that that's pretty mean of you to decide to visit while I was away on a trip? Not only that, but I heard that you got taken out to eat at a pretty nice place, too. I guess you all just wait to have fun together until after I leave, don't you? Well, it was just that someone had a coupon for the place that was about to expire, so I think they were already planning on going to eat out. Besides, your mom is always trying to find ways to take people out and share experiences with them. Is it really so bad if I happen to go out and eat with my in-laws? Well, I just hope that you enjoyed your steak dinner or whatever it was that you had. I just can't help but thinking that I should have been there in your place. Honestly, just what is my family thinking, taking you out like that and spoiling you? It's ridiculous. I'm really sorry, Tina, but you were away on a vacation like you said. I didn't know that you were out of town, otherwise I would have offered that we all go out and use my coupon. But I'll be sure to try and think of your schedule the next time I go over. Well, you really just should have done that from the very start, you know? I mean, you're lucky that my parents are nice enough to not say anything about you. But I'm just sure that they were furious with you for coming over and not taking me out for dinner as well. So the next time you have the idea to take my family out to eat, don't forget about me. Right, I will be sure to never do that again. I am really sorry for the confusion. Oh, and just one more thing. I went on vacation this last time with my boyfriend. Oh, okay. I hope the two of you had fun together. Oh, you have no idea. It was just the best. I mean, we really went all out. We went to the beach, got in the ocean, enjoyed the hotel. I really don't think there was a single thing that we left undone. And then at our hotel, on the very last day of our trip, he proposed to me. Oh, really? Well, that's really great news. Congratulations on that, Tina. I really mean that. Thank you very much. I knew that he had something big planned out for the trip, but he just refused to tell me what it was. That reminds me, though, it's already the end of summer, so are you really not going to take a trip anywhere this year? I actually really hate the hot weather, so the less I do in a season like this, the better. But I'm already thinking of some nice places to go to once it becomes fall. Oh, Sarah, that really is just too bad. Do you know that? What are you talking about? It's just that I don't like the heat and prefer cooler weather. Is that really so bad? I mean, have you thought about what you're going to do when you have a child? Are you really just not going to take them anywhere because you might get a little hot? Well, I wasn't really talking about traveling with a kid, but if I were to have a child of my own, then of course I would try to take them places that they would want to go. So, then you're saying that you would even take them somewhere during the summer? Wait a second, I got it. I finally figured out what this is really about. The truth is that you don't have any money to go on trips, isn't it? No, that really isn't it. Like at all. But if you're talking about how expensive it can be to travel in the summer, then you're right about that. I usually do try and aim my trips to not be during peak season so that they don't cost me an arm and a leg. Well, if you're not traveling at off-season, then it must be because you can't afford to. After all, I know that you can't have that much money with the job my brother works. So I guess you really can't help it if you just can't afford to do anything. Though, I really just can't relate. My boyfriend, I guess I have to call him my fiancé now, is so rich and lets me do whatever I want. Well, it sounds to me like you have a very kind and generous fiancé then. That's right, he is my fiancé, and he's all mine after I marry him. Thank goodness I waited for the right person to come along before getting married. Unlike you with my lame brother. But then again, it's really no wonder why I ended up in the situation that I'm in. I guess my charm just naturally attracts the most successful and handsome men to me. You know, I didn't just marry the first person who I happened to fall in love with, right? What are you talking about? You were desperate to get married, and then you just rushed into what you're having now with my brother, right? I mean, we all know that you're not exactly a spring chicken anymore. It's pretty clear that you're just getting married so that people would stop feeling bad about you. That really isn't what happened at all, and I'd appreciate you keeping your assumptions to yourself. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm just taking a look at the facts and telling you the conclusions that I'm coming to. Still, though, I can't believe that you wanted to get married when there was little money between the two of you. It was really quite irresponsible, no matter how you think about it. But what else can you expect from a rush job wedding like yours? You were probably moving so fast that you couldn't even think straight. No, I mean, we already agreed that we would really just do things for a photo shoot, but that we didn't want some huge party or anything like that. You're such a liar, and you're doing a horrible job of hiding it. Obviously, anyone with money would want to have a huge blowout celebration. I mean, what little girl hasn't dreamed of getting to have a huge wedding all about her? You're telling me that you really didn't want anything like that at all? That you were just fine watching everyone around you have wonderful weddings while you settled for what you and my brother had? The least you could do is fess up and be honest with me about this. I really am just not the kind of girl that you think I am, I guess. But Toby and I were never going to have any other kind of wedding than the one we are going to. I guess there's just really not getting anything out of you, is there? I should have known that you would insist on living your fantasy world than just accepting what I'm saying to you. I have no idea what my brother ever saw in a lady as stubborn as you. He should have gone with someone that he really loved instead. Maybe he should have followed in my footsteps and waited more carefully. Maybe if I didn't do things the way that I did, then we wouldn't have ended up with someone as unique looking as yourself. Okay, well, I've had just about enough of all this, so if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get back to work now. You mean that you know that I've been right about all of this, and that's why you're running away? You've got nothing else to say to me. You're really just so pathetic sometimes, do you know that? The thing is that you probably actually do have to work, but that just proves my point about how poor you really are. Anyways, good luck with your job. I hope you can make enough money to do something more special for your wedding. Hey there, Sarah. I was just wondering if you heard the big news from Toby. You mean about you getting married? Yes, I heard. That's very, very exciting for you. Well, you have to be at least a little surprised by all of this, right? I mean, can you believe that I'm going to be having my wedding at the same place as that celebrity? This is going to be just amazing. Yeah, it really is something, isn't it? I'm very much looking forward to the big day. I know, everyone is just going to be so jealous of me. It's the best feeling ever. I've already custom ordered my dress and everything too. This is going to be the best wedding that anyone has ever seen, and it's mine. Are you really sure about that, Tina? What do you mean, am I sure about that? Just why wouldn't I be sure about all of this, huh? I mean, it sounds like you're putting a lot of money into this wedding. Are you sure that that's a good idea? If you're asking me if I'm worried about being able to afford this wedding, then you have nothing to worry about, Sarah. My amazing fiancé, Mark, told me that he was going to be paying for everything, and that he wouldn't spare a cent if it was something that I wanted. Isn't that just amazing? He wants me to have the wedding of my dreams, so he didn't even give me a budget. He just told me to say the word and whatever I wanted was mine. You must be so jealous of me right now, huh? I'm not really jealous. Thanks for checking in, though. I just wanted to make sure that you thought everything was okay. But I am sorry if I was overstepping my bounds and being a bit of a worrywart. Oh, trust me, I really enjoy you giving me any opportunity to prove you wrong and brag about my wedding at the same time. It just really is a shame that you'll never have what I have. You were just too focused on getting married before me, weren't you? That really wasn't even part of our wedding plans at all, if you must know. Whatever. It is so obvious that you're just lying out of embarrassment right now. I know that you're jealous because I'm going to have my perfect wedding. Anyways, I hope that you've picked up something really special to wear to my wedding at least. Because, to be honest, I think we're going to have it at a place that wouldn't typically let in people like you. I see. Well, thank you so much for the heads up, but I've already chosen what I'm going to wear at the wedding. Whatever. Just make sure you take a shower the day of my wedding, after all. You're going to be sitting with my family since you're married to my brother. Just make sure you don't stink up the place. Anyways, I guess we'll see you at my wedding then. Make sure you bring us a wedding gift, if you can afford it. Hello, Tina. I'm sorry to bother you while you're busy getting ready right now, but I just had something that I needed to ask you really quick. What is it? Don't you know that I'm getting my hair and makeup done right now? Whatever it is that you want to talk to me about, just make it quick. Well, okay then. The thing is that I just arrived here and the usher is telling me that I don't have a seat at the wedding. I told them to check the table for close family where Toby would be sitting. But they even checked there and still said that they didn't have a record of any guest with my name. I was sure that I sent in my RSVPs, so I don't know what's happening right now. Oh, I see what's going on here. Yeah, I can clear this up for you. I've instructed the staff here not to let you in under any circumstances. Wait, what? I'm sorry, but why in the world would you do something like that? Well, I was thinking about it, and I realized that I just couldn't have you at my wedding. You would just ruin the entire aesthetic that I was going for. Then again, I don't know what aesthetic you would even fit in, but either way, I wasn't about to suffer you being the background of all my wedding photos, ruining them. But you understand, don't you? I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be surrounded by pretty things when you get married. And one way you can ensure that is by not letting any ugly things or people in. So you're telling me that you uninvited me to your wedding because you think that I'm ugly? Is that not clear already? I certainly hope that you didn't think that I thought you were beautiful or anything like that. I really just don't even know what to say to this. I mean, I spent a lot of money renting this dress for today. I don't care if you had the most beautiful and expensive dress in the whole world. What would be the point of putting a pig like you in it and ruining it? Did you really think that I was going to let you near my family on my big day? No way. So why don't you just turn around and go home? Are you sure about that? You really want me to leave right now? Duh. That's literally what I just said, isn't it? Anyways, I already told you that I'm busy, so just leave. If all you're going to do is whine and complain about how you came all the way down here for this, then save it because I don't want to hear it. I'm the star of today, and so if I don't want to talk to you, then there's no way that you can make me. You really don't have a clue about what you're talking about, do you? Man, you're just an idiot, Tina. Excuse me? Did you really just send that message to me on my wedding day? You're the idiot. You're just mad because I wasted your time and now you have to go home. But just beat it because I don't want to see you at all today. So tuck your tail in between your legs and just run away already. I'm sorry, but if you think this is going to end well for you, then you are going to be sorely mistaken, Tina. You broke your promise, but if you really want, then I can still go home. What in the world are you talking about? Have you gone crazy or something? I thought I already told you to go home and leave me alone. Why are you still texting me? You should know that this was always going to happen and that I was never once going to really give you a seat at my wedding. Okay then, that's fine. I'll just have to collect my $50,000 then and I'll be on my way. $50,000? What on earth are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about the money that I lent your husband to throw this wedding, of course. Hold on a second. Seriously, what are you talking about? My husband didn't borrow a cent from you. You're crazy. And if you think he borrowed $50,000 from anyone, then you really have no idea what you're talking about at all. There you go again, proving my point about just how stupid you really are, Tina. You have no idea that your husband was borrowing money from me to be able to throw your wedding. So what are you going to do now? Pay me back or make me go home? No, seriously, what in the world are you talking about right now? I guess maybe you should have a little chat with your fiancé about all of this. I'll go home and send you the invoice for your debt later, okay? Hey there, Tina. I just wanted to congratulate you on having your wedding the other day. Did you talk to your husband, Mark, about paying back the money he borrowed from me? I was just curious if you guys decided when you were going to be repaying me all of that back. I don't know. It's not my problem because it's not money that I borrowed from you. Well, you should know that I'm looking over Mark and I's contract here. He told me that in the event that he can't pay me back, that I can claim repayment in kind with his personal belongings. This is all your fault. I was supposed to have the perfect wedding and you completely ruined everything. Do you know that? I'm sure that I have no idea at all of what you're talking about right now, Tina. Did you know that after the wedding, Mark and I got into a huge fight? He told me that I was asking for too much for the wedding, so he had to go somewhere for the money. He told me that this was all my fault. Can you believe him? I couldn't believe that he actually said that. But now it seems like you think that all of this is really my fault instead, but I'm afraid that I've got nothing to do with this. How can you say that when you demanded that we pay back the money right then and there? Why couldn't we just pay you monthly or something like that until we had paid everything off? I guess you really didn't talk all that much with your husband about how this was done. After all, the reason why I demanded to be paid back immediately was because of the rudeness that you were showing me. And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? I mean that when your husband borrowed the money from me, we had a very specific arrangement. I told him about how you were always rude to me and that I didn't feel comfortable lending him money for your wedding. But he told me that he would talk to you and make sure that you didn't keep up that kind of bad behavior towards me. But he never told me anything like that at all. Well, we included it in the contract that that was to be part of the deal for the loan. In fact, none of this would be happening right now if it weren't for you acting the way that you did towards me. I'm actually surprised that he didn't mention any of that to you at all. But then that means that it can't be my fault. I didn't know anything, and it's all Mark's fault for not telling me about any of this sooner. Well, you might have a point there. But a contract is a contract, and it would have never been made if you weren't asking for so much. But, I mean, why in the world would Mark think to go to you and ask for money? Doesn't he know how much we dislike each other? Well, you were insistent of having your perfect wedding no matter the cost, weren't you? You even told Mark that you'd divorce him right after the wedding if everything didn't go exactly as you pictured it, right? So he felt like he had no choice but to come to me and ask for a loan. But that still doesn't make any sense. I mean, why would he go to you for money? He had other options like our parents or friends or literally anyone else. I heard that both your parents turned Mark down. They said it was silly to spend so much money on a wedding. They were never about to give in to your crazy demands like Mark was. But you told Mark that it would be fine if he paid you back a little bit every month, didn't you? Did you know that he didn't even come home last night? Well, again, I think that you're going to have to take the blame for that one. And just how is that my fault too? Why is everything my fault? Especially when you were the one sending Mark screenshots of our conversation. I didn't think that you were the kind of person to make fun of someone behind their back. I didn't think that you were capable of something like this at all. Well, it sure is a good thing that we both learned about who we really are so early on, isn't it? Sarah, please, I'm so sorry for all this. You have to forgive me. You have to know that I never wanted things to go this way. Okay, and? What do you expect me to do in light of any of that, huh? I just mean that I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry about borrowing money that we didn't have from you. I'm sorry for calling you ugly, and I'm sorry for all the other mean things that I've said and done. Just please don't ask for us to pay you back all at once. There's no way we could do that. Yeah, well, too bad, because that's what's happening. You mean even after I said that I was sorry for everything, you're still going through with this? I thought that we were family. Why do you need all the money back right away? What are you talking about? You don't think that we're family? You didn't invite me to your wedding because it would mean that I'd sit with your family. You only ever looked down on me the entire time that I've known you. And you think that I'll forgive you for everything because you ask for it? Please, this is all just a big mistake. I really didn't even know that you made so much money. I mean, you didn't even have a wedding, but I thought it was because you couldn't afford it. Well, it sounds to me like you were just seeing the world in the way you wanted it to be, not how it really was. But you brought this upon yourself. I'm not going to be changing my mind, and that's my final answer. After that, I heard that things only got worse for Tina and Mark and that they ended up getting a divorce. I have no idea what Mark was thinking, not talking to Tina about the conditions of his loan. I tried to be patient with him and give him warnings here and there, but maybe he was just too busy planning the wedding to really pay attention. But while he was doing that, Tina was busy getting him into deeper and deeper trouble with me. To pay back the money, Mark had to sell his car and many other possessions he owned. Since they were married, Tina was also compelled to cough up half the debt. Tina almost avoided paying her half, but when she told her parents about the divorce and what happened to cause it, they were furious. She had meant to ask them if she could live with them again, but they said only on the condition that she pay half the loan. What ended up happening instead was that Tina's parents paid for her debt, but they made her sign a contract agreeing to work to pay it all off. Tina's dad found her a job through one of his connections and shipped her off to an oil rig in the middle of the ocean. I haven't heard anything from them in months, and I prefer to keep it that way. When Tina's parents first agreed to pay her debt, I knew she had gone there to ask them if she could live at their house again. I was so worried that I'd never be able to spend time with my in-laws again since Tina would be there. But thankfully, I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, Sarah, make sure you change the bed sheets today. It's summer and we're sweating a lot. Can't believe you've left them unchanged for a week.
Sorry, I'll change them later.
When exactly? You said that yesterday, too.
I was going to do it during Emma's morning nap, but she woke up early.
That's always your excuse lately.
It's not an excuse. She's been struggling with her sleep schedule.
My mother managed fine with me when I was a baby.
Every baby is different. Emma needs more attention right now.
I've been trying to catch up on laundry while Emma naps. The laundry's piling up too. What have you been doing all day?
Feeding Emma, changing her, trying to get her to sleep, cleaning bottles, doing dishes.
Seems like you're just making a list of basic tasks.
Basic tasks that take all day with a crying baby.
You've been really letting things slide lately. I get that having a baby is hard, but you need to find a way to manage everything better.
I know, but I'm so sleep deprived lately. You know how bad Emma's been with the night crying. I'm barely getting any sleep.
Everyone with a baby deals with this. You need better time management.
Easy for you to say when you get uninterrupted sleep every night.
I need my sleep for work.
And I need to sleep to take care of our daughter safely.
You're being dramatic again.
I'm trying my best, but it's not as simple as it looks.
Maybe that's because you're not taking her for walks during the day. Tired babies sleep better, don't they?
I tried taking her out yesterday, but she started crying in the stroller. It's not that simple.
You gave up after one try?
No, I've tried multiple times. She gets overwhelmed easily. There's timing and her mood to consider. I've tried different strategies for the night crying, but sometimes she just cries anyway.
My coworker's wife manages just fine with twins.
Good for her, but this isn't a competition.
Seems like you're just making excuses.
Every baby is different. Emma needs constant attention right now.
You're babying her too much.
I'm responding to her needs. That's what mothers do.
Look, you're a stay-at-home mom. You should be able to handle the housework at least.
I'm doing my best to balance everything.
Your best isn't good enough lately.
That's really hurtful, Mark.
You're being too soft on yourself. I've noticed you've been buying takeout and getting deliveries more often. At least cook proper meals.
Well, why don't you watch Emma then?
That's not my job. I work all day.
Being a mother is work too. I haven't had a full night's sleep in months.
Here we go with the complaints again.
They're not complaints, they're facts.
I want dinner ready when I get home. I'm starving after work.
I tried making dinner earlier, but Emma was fussy.
You're home all day. Having meals ready is part of being a housewife.
I'm a mother first, Mark. Emma's needs come before anything else.
You're using Emma as an excuse for everything.
You need to consider that we have a baby now. I only gave birth 3 months ago. I'm still new to being a mother. I can't be perfect right away.
Only 3 months? It's already 3 months. I was understanding in the first month, but shouldn't you be used to it by now? It's been over 100 days.
Being a mother isn't something you just get used to in 3 months. Can't you at least stay home on weekends? I could meal prep and focus on housework if you helped.
So I don't even get freedom on weekends after working all week?
It's not about freedom. It's about being a father. That's not... I appreciate you working, but I'm caring for Emma 24/7.
That's what mothers do.
And fathers should too.
I'm already providing for both of you. Now you want me to work more?
Spending time with your daughter isn't work. It's being a father. I want you to help with raising Emma.
I am helping.
How? By coming home and complaining about dinner? Playing with her occasionally when you feel like it isn't enough.
Are you picking a fight?
I'm trying to have a conversation about sharing responsibilities.
We already share responsibilities. I work, you take care of the house.
Parenting should be more than that. Am I wrong? Do you know how long my showers are since Emma was born?
Here we go.
Less than 3 minutes. You just sit on your phone while she's sleeping. And I'm always the one getting up for night feeds.
You want me to handle night duties when I have work the next day?
Even 1 night a week would help.
You can nap during the day, but you want me sleep deprived?
When do you think I nap? When I'm cooking, cleaning, doing laundry?
You must find time somehow.
It's not like I can sleep whenever I want.
Well, you can at least relax on the couch with Emma.
Holding a crying baby isn't relaxing.
It's crazy that you want to push childcare onto me when I'm exhausted from work.
And I'm not exhausted?
I show Emma plenty of love in my own way.
Holding her for 5 minutes while I wash dishes isn't showing love.
You're being ungrateful.
Parenting should be a partnership. If you were away on business trips, that would be different, but you're here at home.
I told you I'm tired.
I'm tired too.
You're just being spoiled. There are single parents out there raising kids on their own.
So because others have it harder, I can't ask for help?
Don't complain about managing housework and childcare when you don't even have a job.
How can you say that? Taking care of a baby is a full-time job.
Whatever. Talking to you is wasting my break time. Just change the sheets and make proper meals. No shortcuts.
Mark, please, come home.
Huh? Why?
Like I said this morning, Emma and I both have fevers.
You mentioned feeling warm, not having fevers.
It keeps getting worse, and I can't rest while taking care of her.
Can't you handle it yourself? It's just a fever.
Emma's temperature is really high. I'm worried.
If she has a fever, she'll be quiet anyway.
No, she keeps crying. I have to hold her constantly. My arms are shaking from weakness.
Take some medicine.
I barely have strength to stand up anymore. Please come home.
I don't want to. I don't want to catch whatever bacteria you two have.
We're your family.
I have an important presentation next week. Can't risk getting sick.
What about your family's health? Then at least drive us to the hospital.
It's Saturday. Everything's closed.
There's an emergency clinic. My fever is at 102 degrees Fahrenheit, and Emma is really high too.
Just take some medicine and sleep it off.
I tried that. Nothing is working.
Then try something else.
I need help. Emma won't stop crying.
You're probably making her more anxious by being anxious yourself.
Please, I can't rest. That's why I'm asking for help. You're just out having fun on your day off. Why won't you come home?
Look, I'm staying out because you're sick and can't make lunch.
That's your concern right now?
I'm being considerate here, trying to let you rest quietly.
How is abandoning us being considerate? Shouldn't you be taking care of your sick wife and daughter?
Don't push your definition of normal on me.
This isn't about normal. It's about caring for family. Emma's suffering too.
Me being there won't change anything. Stop being clingy.
Clingy? I'm asking for help because we're sick. Mark, I can barely hold Emma anymore. My arms are shaking.
You're exaggerating.
Fine, I won't rely on you anymore.
You can't survive without relying on me.
Watch me. I'd rather be alone than be with someone who doesn't care. I can't consider someone family when they won't even care for their wife and daughter when they're sick.
Whatever. I'm not coming home tonight.
Seriously?
Don't want to catch your cold. I'll stay at a hotel.
So you can afford a hotel but not help your family? Then I won't do housework anymore. Don't rely on me.
Sarah, I haven't seen you around lately. Stop slacking off with the housework. The house is a mess. Where are you? At least reply to my messages.
Excuse me? You finally contact us and that's what you say?
Mom?
Aren't you worried about their high fevers?
If you want sympathy, you should do your job properly. Where are you? You want to skip housework because you've got a fever, but you got the energy to go out and play? Being a housewife must be nice.
Your wife and baby were seriously ill, and this is your response?
I bet you're just hanging out at your parents' place because you want to slack off on the housework.
You need to stop this nonsense.
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm your husband. You can't talk back to me like this.
Mark, your wife and child are gone.
What? Who is this?
Your mother, of course.
Mom? You're joking, right? This isn't funny. Give Sarah her phone back.
No, I'm not joking. She's gone.
What do you mean Sarah and Emma are gone?
You left Sarah with a high fever to go have fun, remember?
Yes, but...
She called me and I rushed them to the hospital. They both had to be admitted.
The hospital? It was just a cold! But if you're with them, they're okay, right? They're alive.
No thanks to you.
Mom, stop exaggerating. Stop with these stupid jokes. They're fine, right?
If you're capable of getting angry, why couldn't you rush to help them? Yes, they're alive, but it was touch and go.
Touch and go? What do you mean?
If we'd gotten to the hospital any later, I don't know what would have happened.
It was just a cold. They wouldn't have died. Why do you have to be such a drama queen? You're making this sound worse than it is.
Sarah was already in terrible shape from sleep deprivation and exhaustion.
She was just tired.
When I got to your house, she was unconscious.
What? Why didn't anyone tell me sooner?
Why didn't you check on them yourself? Why did your wife have to call me instead of her husband?
I was busy.
Oh, yeah, you refused to answer her calls. Because Sarah had collapsed, Emma wasn't getting fed either.
Emma wasn't fed?
If I hadn't gotten their call, I don't even want to imagine the worst-case scenario.
I didn't know.
And you don't understand any of this, abandoning them both. I can't believe you could do something so inhuman.
Are they at the hospital or at home? Mom, please tell me where they are.
I'm not telling you. Wait until Sarah contacts you.
I need to see them. Why isn't Sarah messaging me? If you're using her phone, you must be with her. Put her on.
Sarah's still sick and doesn't have the energy to deal with you. If you realize you've done something terrible, then wait. And whatever she says to you, accept it. Reflect on everything you've done to her.
At least tell me which hospital.
No, you lost that right when you abandoned them.
Sarah, come back. We're not finished talking. You can't just leave these papers and go.
I understand how you feel.
No, you don't. You suddenly come home, leave divorce papers, and move out? That's pretty selfish.
What's selfish is abandoning your sick family. Surely you understand why I want a divorce.
Because I didn't take care of you and Emma when you were sick. One mistake doesn't justify divorce.
That was just the final straw. Ever since Emma was born, I've been wondering why you wouldn't help with childcare. You wouldn't help with housework either. Even though I was struggling after giving birth, you were completely unsupportive.
But I had work. I was providing for our family.
Money isn't everything. Emma needs her father. You could have helped on weekends, but you dumped everything on me because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm sorry, but I can't raise a child with someone who won't cooperate.
Wait, let me apologize first. I know I messed up badly.
It's too late for apologies.
Sarah, I'm sorry. Mom told me everything, and I realized I was such an idiot.
I saw your messages. You weren't even worried. You just complained about me slacking off with housework. You cared more about a clean house than your daughter's health.
That's because I didn't know you were in the hospital. If I had known how serious it was.
Even if we weren't hospitalized, I couldn't forgive you. The thought of getting sick again and having a husband and father who won't help? I don't need someone like that.
I was thoughtless. I just assumed it was a cold, that a fever wasn't serious.
Fevers can kill people. They can cause permanent damage, too. Emma could have died, Mark.
I'm sorry. Please, I want another chance. I'll help with childcare properly this time.
You had over 3 months of chances. It's weird that it took divorce papers to make you realize. I told you so many times to help with housework and childcare, but you did nothing. That's on you.
I know I was terrible. Let me make it up to you both.
With what? More empty promises?
I was taking you for granted. Mom explained how hard childcare really is, and I truly regret everything.
Do you really regret it? Because I don't think so. You knew I was coming today for our discussion, but when I arrived, the house was a mess. If you were really sorry, you would have at least cleaned up. It wasn't an environment Emma and I could return to.
I was busy and fell asleep.
Already making excuses again.
Work has been hectic.
Still making excuses. You had weekends, too. Nothing's changed. Even after I left, you probably thought I'd come back anyway. That's why the house is still a mess. You were planning to make me clean it when I returned, weren't you?
No, I thought we could do it together.
See, that's exactly what I can't handle. If you were truly sorry, you would have cleaned up yourself. Your apology is just words. I know that if I came back, I'd end up doing all the childcare and housework again.
That's not true. I'll really do it this time. Please, Sarah, come back. You and Emma really are important to me.
If we were that important, you wouldn't have abandoned us when we had high fevers.
I thought it was just a cold.
Stop using that excuse. I can't be with someone who abandons their family when they're sick and need help. It's not about whether it was just a cold. You ignored us when we were asking for help. And Emma was just a baby.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but is a divorce too harsh? Think about Emma. She was just born. I want to live with her and be a father to her.
You should have thought about being a father 3 months ago. We don't need a father who doesn't care about his child. Stop making me repeat myself.
But being a single mother will be so hard. You said you didn't want to go back to work right away. You wanted to be with Emma while she's little. If you don't divorce me, you can stay a stay-at-home mom.
Are you trying to use money to manipulate me now? You'll pay child support, and both our parents and your mom will help until Emma turns 3. I'll be fine.
Still, raising a child alone will be tough.
Weren't you the one who said there are people raising children alone? Well, I'm prepared for that now.
I'm so sorry. Really, I'll change my ways, I promise.
You don't need to do anything for me anymore. But if you want to take responsibility as Emma's father, I won't cut off contact completely.
So you're really going through with the divorce? I really regret everything. I want to change.
I don't have any trust or love left for you.
I can't live without you and Emma. You two are my motivation to work hard. Please don't abandon me.
You abandoned us first. And you're the one who told me not to rely on you. Don't expect me to forgive you now. You are so self-centered. After several discussions about divorce, we decided on a 1-year separation. Despite how terribly he treated us, he is still Emma's father. While my relationship with him is over, I reconsidered and decided to give him a chance to be a responsible father. We'll still divorce after 1 year, but I'm giving him this opportunity to prove himself as Emma's dad. But since the separation, he's been like a different person, visiting our home daily to help with Emma's care. Honestly, he's being more of a father now than when we lived together. While I can't forgive what he said and did, I can acknowledge him a little bit as Emma's father. Meanwhile, I'm working on building a foundation to raise Emma on my own. When things get tough, I know I can rely on both our parents and his mother for support. So Emma won't feel lonely. My relationship with my husband won't return to what it was. But as father and mother, as parents, we'll both give our daughter all the love we can.
Thanks for your hard work today, Rachel. I'm doing fine. But was there something wrong with my work?
Sarah, got a minute? Let's chat. No, nothing like that.
Did I make a mistake with the Henderson account? I noticed you were reviewing it earlier.
Not at all. You're actually quite thorough with the paperwork. Just wondering how you're feeling after 2 months with us. Have you gotten used to the work environment?
Everyone's been so kind. It's a really great place to work.
That's good to hear. Though I noticed you stayed late yesterday. Having trouble keeping up?
Oh no, I just wanted to double check everything before the client meeting.
You worked in this industry before, right?
Yes, until my husband got transferred. Though the specifics are different between companies, so I'm working hard to catch up to everyone's level.
At your previous company, were you full-time?
Yes, I was there for 3 years.
Must have been hard to give that up.
It was, but that's life. I'm grateful for this opportunity.
You don't need to push yourself so hard. You're already pulling your weight, and the CEO seems impressed.
Oh no, it's nothing like that.
I saw you talking with the CEO after the department meeting. I heard you were offered a full-time position?
Well, it wasn't a formal offer. I don't think they were serious.
That's not what I heard. The CEO specifically mentioned your attention to detail.
The CEO knows my husband's job involves transfers.
Oh, right. Your husband gets transferred a lot? Wow.
So I probably won't be able to stay long. Maybe 2 years or so.
Must be difficult, always starting over.
It has its challenges, but we make it work.
Such a waste of talent. The company could really use someone with your experience long term.
I really don't have any special talent. I'm just learning every day.
No need to be so modest. The team already relies on your work. Especially with the new project coming up.
New project?
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that yet. The CEO was considering you for the lead role.
That's very kind, but I'm still too new. You're around my age and already learning the team. That's amazing.
Well, I've just focused entirely on my career. Unlike some people, I don't have other obligations. You know how it is. Lots of women give up on advancement when they get married or have kids. As a single woman, work is all I have.
I'm sure having a focused career path has its advantages.
It does. No distractions. Though sometimes I wonder if I've missed out on other things.
Oh, but don't you have a boyfriend?
Well, yeah, but we're both independent. We don't meet when work is busy, and he's got his own restaurant to run.
Your boyfriend owns a restaurant? That must be exciting.
Yeah, he runs that Italian place in the next town over. It's pretty well known. Very exclusive.
Oh, the one with the black sign. I've heard great things about it.
Yes, that's it. You know it? Not many people in your neighborhood would.
I love that place. We go there often. The seafood pasta is amazing.
Oh, really? Must be nice to be so well off. Most part-timers can't afford to eat out much. Especially at high-end places.
Well, we don't have kids. And we both work, so we have a bit of extra money. Though we try to be careful with spending.
I see. Couples without kids have it easiest. All that disposable income. Though I noticed you looking at baby clothes online during lunch. Quite expensive ones, too.
Oh, you saw that? I didn't realize anyone was watching.
The office walls are glass, remember? I can see everyone's screens from my desk. Part of my supervisory duties.
I was just browsing for my friend's baby shower. She's due next month.
Really? You seemed pretty focused. For someone just shopping for a friend.
I suppose. Though we do want children eventually. When the time is right.
But you're getting close to advanced maternal age. Shouldn't you start trying soon? TikTok, right?
Well, yes, but that's rather personal.
Have you seen a specialist? My friend went through that whole process. Very expensive, from what I heard. Insurance doesn't cover much.
I'd rather not discuss.
Are you having fertility treatments? Is that why you need the extra money?
That's quite personal. I don't feel comfortable.
Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. That was totally insensitive of me. I just get carried away sometimes.
No, it's okay. Let's just change the subject.
See, this is what happens when I'm too direct. I didn't mean anything by it. I just worry about my team members, especially the vulnerable ones.
I understand. Don't worry about it. Though I wouldn't say I'm vulnerable.
You know, stress can affect fertility. All those late nights at work.
Rachel, please stop.
Sorry, there I go again. Let's talk about something else. Like your husband's job. What exactly does he do? Must be pretty important to get all those transfers.
He's in corporate consulting, working with different branches.
Must be good money. Is that why you only work part-time? So you can be available for him?
No, I enjoy working. I've always wanted my own career.
Even though you'll have to quit when you have kids? If you can have them, I mean.
Who said anything about quitting? Many women balance both.
Oh, most women do. Especially with a husband who travels. Can't leave the babies alone, right?
I haven't made any decisions about that. Every family is different.
That's good. You're still pretty new to the area, right? If you ever need help with anything, just let me know. Work stuff or personal, doesn't matter. I know how lonely it can get.
Thank you. I'll definitely ask if I need anything. That's very kind.
It's not like I have anything but work anyway. My boyfriend's been so busy lately. When did you last say you visited his restaurant?
Last weekend, I think. During the dinner rush.
Oh, he didn't mention seeing you. Strange, since he usually notices all the pretty customers.
It was quite busy. I wouldn't expect him to remember everyone.
He usually notices attractive customers, especially ones who come without their husbands.
I wouldn't know about that. As I said, I was there with my husband.
Besides, you seem kind of vulnerable. Being new here and all. All alone most of the time.
I wouldn't say vulnerable. I'm quite comfortable here.
You remind me of myself when I was less experienced. Before I learned how the world really works.
I have worked in this industry before. For quite a while, actually.
That's not what I meant. You just seem naive sometimes. Like you trust people too easily.
I should get back to work. These reports won't finish themselves.
Feel free to reach out anytime. We girls need to stick together. Especially in this industry. It can be so cutthroat sometimes.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Though, I can handle myself.
And let me know the next time you visit the restaurant. I could join you and your husband. Keep you company while he's away.
Sure, maybe sometime, when things are less busy.
You seem hesitant. Don't you want to be friends?
Not at all, just busy with work. Trying to stay focused.
Right, the work you might leave soon anyway. When your husband gets transferred again.
I should really finish these reports. The deadline is approaching.
Of course, don't let me keep you. Just looking out for you like a big sister. Someone needs to.
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine, really.
Anytime. That's what supervisors are for. We take care of our own, whether they want it or not. I'm sorry to message outside of work hours, Sarah. I know it's late, but I couldn't sleep. I was hesitating to ask, but something's been bothering me. As your supervisor, I feel responsible.
Is everything okay, Rachel? Did something happen at work?
Has something happened recently? You seem different.
What do you mean? Have I done something wrong?
You just seem down lately, like there's this negative energy around you at work. The team's noticed too. Everyone's worried about you.
Have I been affecting the team's work? I've been trying to keep things professional.
No, we're just concerned. You used to smile more, and now you seem anxious. Always looking over your shoulder.
Does it show that much? I thought I was hiding it better.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm asking. Something's wrong, isn't it? You can trust me, Sarah. We're friends, right?
Actually, I've been dealing with some harassment. Someone's been vandalizing my mailbox and stuffing it with garbage. I didn't want to tell anyone at work.
Oh no, that's terrible. Has anything else happened? You can tell me everything.
There were some scratches on our front door last week. And some disturbing notes.
Well, that sounds scary. You seem sensitive. This must be really hard on you. Especially after being alone so much.
I've been trying not to let it bother me, but I guess it shows in my face. I'm sorry about that. I should be stronger.
You don't need to apologize. The person doing this is the one who's wrong. Though, sometimes these things happen for a reason. When did this start happening?
About 3 weeks ago. Right after the department meeting.
That's around when you started staying late at work. Interesting timing.
Yes, I guess I've been avoiding going home early. It's worse at night.
Do you have any idea who it might be? Someone from work, maybe?
We've only lived here for 3 months, and I haven't really formed many relationships yet. Since it's happening at our house, maybe it's someone in the neighborhood? But everyone seemed so nice when we moved in.
Yeah. Oh, come to think of it, your area doesn't have the best reputation. I should have warned you earlier.
Really? The realtor said it was a good neighborhood.
Well, it's fine closer to the station, but there's that housing project nearby. You know how these things are.
We chose it because it was convenient for commuting, and the rent was reasonable.
Not to sound judgmental, but it's not exactly an affluent area. I've heard there are quite a few troubled kids there, lots of single-parent households, too. They're probably just acting out their frustrations. Targeting successful people like you.
You think kids are behind this? But some of the notes seemed so personal.
Has anything been stolen? Any break-in attempts?
No, just vandalism. And the notes.
Then it's probably just pranks. I mean, you haven't had any conflicts with your neighbors, right? Besides the obvious class difference.
That's true. Though someone did leave a note last night. It was worse than the others.
A note? What did it say? You can tell me anything.
Just some nasty things. I'd rather not repeat them. I've been thinking about going to the police if it continues, just to be safe.
The police? Oh, don't you think that's a bit extreme for some childish pranks?
It's getting worse, though, and the notes are getting more threatening.
But involving the police could escalate things. Those kids probably have records already. Do you want to ruin their lives over this?
My husband thinks we should install cameras, just to have evidence if needed.
That seems excessive. If it's just pranks, it'll probably stop soon. Besides, cameras are expensive. And with your fertility treatments...
You're right. I'd rather not make a big deal out of it, so I'll wait a bit longer. Maybe it will stop on its own.
Yes, that's the smart thing to do. Has your husband been home during any of this, or is he still traveling?
No, he's been traveling a lot lately. Back-to-back assignments.
Must be lonely, being in a new place, dealing with this alone. No wonder you seem so fragile lately.
It's not ideal, but I can handle it.
Oh, by the way, I heard you visited my boyfriend's restaurant again. He said you came by and introduced yourself. Said you seemed stressed.
Yes, I'm a big fan of the place. The food helps take my mind off of things.
He said you're quite beautiful, even when you look worried. Said you were there alone this time?
No, I was with my husband. We always go together.
That's not what he told me. He said you were sitting alone at the bar.
Then there must be some mistake. I never sit at the bar.
He's usually very observant, especially with beautiful women who come in alone.
That's very kind of him. Thanks for passing that along.
I think he's right, though. You're well liked at work, too. Everyone speaks highly of you. Maybe too highly.
I'm glad I haven't made any enemies. I try to stay professional.
But you know, if this isn't just pranks, but actual harassment, you must have hurt someone somewhere. Maybe led them on somehow?
I suppose it's possible, though I can't think of how.
Maybe you should be more careful about how you act, how you dress, how you talk to people's boyfriends.
What do you mean by that? I'm always professional.
Oh, I'm not blaming you or anything. Sorry about that. I tend to be pretty blunt. Just trying to help you understand why these things happen.
Yes? You're just worried about me, right? That's all this is?
Exactly. I'm concerned about you. Someone has to be. Besides, it's better to get things off your chest. Especially if you're going through fertility treatments. You can't afford to be stressed. Stress is bad for conception, you know.
That's true. Though I never said I was having treatments.
Let me know if anything else happens with the harassment. I'm always here to listen. Day or night. I know all about your situation now.
I understand. Thank you for everything.
It's nothing. I am your supervisor after all, and we need to help each other out. Plus, I'd hate to see you quit over something like this. You're too valuable to the company. Well, for now at least. Until your husband gets transferred again. Or until other things force you to leave. Stay strong, okay?
Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate your concern.
And Sarah, maybe don't mention our chat to anyone else. People might get the wrong idea about the neighborhood. Or about you.
Of course. I understand completely.
Is this Miss Coleman's contact information? This is an urgent legal matter.
Yes, this is Sarah Coleman. I'm sorry, who is this? Your number isn't in my contacts.
This is attorney Jennifer White, with White and Associates Law Firm.
An attorney? At this hour?
From White and Associates Law Firm, a reputable practice handling sensitive matters.
I've never heard of your firm. Where are you located?
I got your contact information from someone. Someone who knows your situation well.
Someone? Who? This seems very irregular.
I can't disclose that due to privacy concerns. But rest assured, this is a serious matter.
What kind of legal matter is this regarding? And why contact me so late?
I'm contacting you about your husband. It's a rather delicate situation.
My husband? Why are you contacting me instead of him? And honestly, it seems inappropriate to contact me out of nowhere like this, especially by text message.
Your husband has been ignoring our communications. We've tried reaching him multiple times.
I find that hard to believe. We share everything. He would have mentioned being contacted by a lawyer.
I'm contacting you because your husband won't agree to a settlement. He's been quite uncooperative.
Settlement? What settlement? This makes no sense.
I've been hired by a certain woman, someone from your husband's past.
What woman? What are you talking about?
A former colleague of your husband. From his time in Vancouver. She claims she was assaulted by your husband, Mike. She's pregnant now, and we're seeking damages.
Damages? This has to be some kind of prank. Or a scam.
Are you going to refuse to discuss this, too? Like your husband did? My client is very distressed. She suffered emotional trauma.
I don't understand what's happening. None of this makes any sense.
Mike has hurt a woman. My client is severely traumatized. She's having nightmares.
When did this allegedly happen? I want specific details.
3 months ago, at a corporate retreat. All the evidence has been documented. How can you call this a prank when someone's life has been ruined? A baby's future is at stake.
What company retreat? What company does Mike work for?
The one in Vancouver, at the Harbor Hotel.
There's something very wrong here. I think there's been a mistake. I'm Mike. So this story can't possibly be true.
That's impossible. We've done our research. We have proof.
Have you? What company does Mike work for, since you've done such thorough research?
That's confidential information. I'm not at liberty to discuss those details.
Of course it is. How convenient.
If you want to avoid a lawsuit, pay $30,000 in damages. This is a one-time offer.
And there it is. Finally showing your true colors.
This is a very generous offer, given the circumstances.
What kind of lawyer sends threats by text? At night, from an unlisted number?
Many cases are settled out of court. It's common practice.
What's your bar number? Every legitimate attorney has one.
That's not relevant right now. We can discuss credentials later.
It's absolutely relevant. What law firm did you say you were with again? I'd like to look it up.
White and Associates, a prestigious firm.
And where are your offices located? Should be an easy answer.
That's not important. We can meet at a neutral location.
It is to the Bar Association, which I'll be contacting tomorrow.
Listen, if you don't pay, things might get worse.
What are you talking about? Are you threatening me now? Stop this nonsense. My name is Sarah Mike Coleman, and my husband's name is James. There is no Mike.
I apologize. As the representing attorney, I was told Mike was the assailant. There must have been a mix-up.
What kind of attorney gets their client's name wrong? Who put you up to this? This harassment needs to stop.
I don't know what you mean. This is a legitimate legal matter.
Wait, are you the one who's been harassing my house? The timing fits perfectly.
Hold on.
The timing fits. First the vandalism, now this. This number, it's a burner phone, isn't it? Just like the anonymous notes.
I don't have to answer those questions. This conversation is over.
No, but the police might be interested. Especially since I've been documenting everything. Every note, every incident. What's going on? Your silence speaks volumes. Rachel, is that you?
This is just a misunderstanding, a simple case of mistaken identity.
Is it Rachel? The writing style is the same as your text. Hello? Don't ignore me. Answer me.
You're making a mistake. This has nothing to do with work.
The only mistake was trusting you, thinking you actually cared.
I'm ending this conversation. Do not contact this number again.
Of course you are. But this isn't over, not by a long shot. I have everything documented. Rachel? Hello, do you have a minute? We need to talk.
Oh, Sarah. What's up? Everything okay? You're taking a day off today, right?
Yes, that's right. But I'm not resting.
Is everything okay? You're still having trouble with those pranks? Those awful neighborhood kids?
Actually, that's what I wanted to discuss. Something interesting happened.
Did something happen? Was it those kids I warned you about? Ugh, I knew they were trouble.
We found out who's been harassing me. All of it. Everything.
How? Was it those kids I warned you about? I knew it had to be them.
They were caught on my neighbor's security camera. Very clear footage, actually.
Oh, really? So it was kids after all? I told you it was probably just neighborhood trouble. Those housing project kids.
Yes, it was. But apparently they were put up to it. By an adult. Someone who paid them.
What do you... Oh, that's terrible. Do you know who? We should report them.
I think you know exactly who. Don't you, Rachel?
What are you implying? I've only tried to help you.
A week ago, someone pretending to be a lawyer tried to extort money from me with a ridiculous story. The harassment had gotten so bad that I immediately called the police. They've been investigating.
Oh, the police? Why didn't you tell me? I said I'd help you. You're more vindictive than I thought. After everything I've done for you?
Vindictive? And that's an interesting choice of words. Why would you use that word, Rachel?
I just meant... you're taking this too personally.
Why would I trust you when I didn't know who was behind it? And I'm glad I didn't, because it was you, Rachel. It was you all along.
What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. You have no proof.
The middle school students told us everything, how you paid them to do it. They were very specific. About the amounts, about where you met them, about what you told them to do.
That's just their word against mine. It could be lies. You're going to believe delinquents? They're troubled kids, remember? I warned you about them.
Interesting how you knew exactly which kids to blame. Considering our neighborhood has hundreds of children.
Everyone knows about the problems in that neighborhood. I was trying to protect you.
We have proof. The security cameras in the area caught you giving money to the kids. Multiple times. At different angles.
That could have been anyone. You can't prove it was me.
Remember how you said my neighborhood wasn't safe? Well, because of all the bike thefts and shoplifting, there are quite a few cameras installed. high-quality ones. With night vision. The police investigated everything, especially after the fake lawyer tried to extort money. By the way, impersonating a lawyer is illegal. Did you know that?
It could have just been a prank. Maybe someone trying to make me look bad. Someone who's jealous of my position.
Illegal is illegal. You've committed actual crimes. You understand that, right? This isn't just workplace drama anymore.
It won't hold up in court. I work at the same company as you. Why would I get your name wrong? It doesn't make sense.
How did you know I was talking to a lawyer? I never mentioned that to you, not once. And the boyfriend's restaurant? I checked it. Closed 6 months ago. Never reopened.
Sarah, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to make you uncomfortable. It wasn't supposed to go this far.
Finally admitting it? You got my name wrong because you took it from my mailbox, didn't you? At work, we only use last names. You didn't know my full name until you started stalking me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I was just trying to teach you a lesson.
Why did you do this to me? What did I ever do to you?
I was frustrated. You're married, but still have a good career and skills. Even the CEO wants you as a full-time employee. It's not fair.
That was just politeness. From a brief conversation.
No, that's what you don't get. They never offered me full-time that quickly. I had to work years for it. You fit in right away, and you're my age. I was afraid you'd threaten my position. Plus, you were flirting with my boyfriend.
I wasn't. I'm married, remember? And there was no boyfriend. The restaurant has been closed.
How would I know? Plenty of married people have affairs. I've seen how men look at you. How the CEO looks at you.
So you just decided to hate me based on your own assumptions? You made up an entire story about a boyfriend who doesn't exist? Created this whole fantasy about me trying to steal your life?
It's your fault for always being so cheerful, always so perfect, always so professional. You're already happily married, but you're trying to take my job too? You're just going to leave in a few years anyway, so who do you think you are? You don't deserve any of this.
I was just doing the work I was given. You're the one who created this entire situation in your head. I never threatened you.
Whatever, let's just forget about this. If we do, I won't bother you anymore. We can start fresh, like it never happened.
You think it's that simple? After months of harassment? After threatening my safety? I'm not the let-it-go type you think I am. I just moved here and was being harassed. Do you know how much stress that caused me? How many nights I couldn't sleep?
I'm your supervisor. You should think about your position. I could make you quit if I wanted to. I could make your life hell.
Actually, you should think about your position. The CEO is reading this conversation with me right now, and all of this is in writing. You're creating your own evidence. And by the way, deleting it now won't help. We have screenshots.
No, wait, Sarah, please wait. This isn't what it looks like. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I'll do anything. We can work this out.
It's too late for apologies, but let me say one last thing. You're not straightforward at all. You're toxic. You're just being cruel and calling it being direct. And by the way, I'm not weak. You're the one who needs to toughen up. You're the one who made up stories about boyfriends and imagined threats. You're the one who hired children to do your dirty work.
Sarah, please, don't do this to me. I'll lose everything.
Goodbye, Rachel. The CEO will be in touch.
Don't do this, please. I can explain.
There's nothing left to explain. After that, Rachel was called in by the CEO and severely reprimanded. Rachel? Hello, do you have a minute? We need to talk.
Oh, Sarah. What's up? Everything okay? You're taking a day off today, right?
Yes, that's right, but I'm not resting.
Is everything okay? You're still having trouble with those pranks? Those awful neighborhood kids?
Actually, that's what I wanted to discuss. Something interesting happened.
Did something happen? Was it those kids I warned you about? Ugh, I knew they were trouble.
We found out who's been harassing me. All of it. Everything.
How? Was it those kids I warned you about? I knew it had to be them.
They were caught on my neighbor's security camera. Very clear footage, actually.
Oh, really? So it was kids after all? I told you it was probably just neighborhood trouble. Those housing project kids.
Yes, it was. But apparently they were put up to it. By an adult. Someone who paid them.
What do you... Oh, that's terrible. Do you know who? We should report them.
I think you know exactly who. Don't you, Rachel?
What are you implying? I've only tried to help you.
A week ago, someone pretending to be a lawyer tried to extort money from me with a ridiculous story. The harassment had gotten so bad that I immediately called the police. They've been investigating.
Oh, the police? Why didn't you tell me? I said I'd help you. You're more vindictive than I thought. After everything I've done for you?
Vindictive? That's an interesting choice of words. Why would you use that word, Rachel?
I just meant... you're taking this too personally.
Why would I trust you when I didn't know who was behind it? And I'm glad I didn't, because it was you, Rachel. It was you all along.
What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. You have no proof.
The middle school students told us everything, how you paid them to do it. They were very specific. About the amounts, about where you met them, about what you told them to do.
That's just their word against mine. It could be lies. You're going to believe delinquents? They're troubled kids, remember? I warned you about them.
Interesting how you knew exactly which kids to blame. Considering our neighborhood has hundreds of children.
Everyone knows about the problems in that neighborhood. I was trying to protect you.
We have proof. The security cameras in the area caught you giving money to the kids. Multiple times. At different angles.
That could have been anyone. You can't prove it was me.
Remember how you said my neighborhood wasn't safe? Well, because of all the bike thefts and shoplifting, there are quite a few cameras installed. High-quality ones. With night vision. The police investigated everything, especially after the fake lawyer tried to extort money. By the way, impersonating a lawyer is illegal. Did you know that?
It could have just been a prank. Maybe someone trying to make me look bad. Someone who's jealous of my position.
Illegal is illegal. You've committed actual crimes. You understand that, right? This isn't just workplace drama anymore.
It won't hold up in court. I work at the same company as you. Why would I get your name wrong? It doesn't make sense.
How did you know I was talking to a lawyer? I never mentioned that to you, not once. And the boyfriend's restaurant? I checked it. Closed 6 months ago. Never reopened.
Sarah, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to make you uncomfortable. It wasn't supposed to go this far.
Finally admitting it? You got my name wrong because you took it from my mailbox, didn't you? At work, we only use last names. You didn't know my full name until you started stalking me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I was just trying to teach you a lesson.
Why did you do this to me? What did I ever do to you?
I was frustrated. You're married, but still have a good career and skills. Even the CEO wants you as a full-time employee. It's not fair.
That was just politeness. From a brief conversation.
No, that's what you don't get. They never offered me full-time that quickly. I had to work years for it. You fit in right away and you're my age. I was afraid you'd threaten my position. Plus, you were flirting with my boyfriend.
I wasn't. I'm married, remember? And there was no boyfriend. The restaurant has been closed.
How would I know? Plenty of married people have affairs. I've seen how men look at you, how the CEO looks at you.
So you just decided to hate me based on your own assumptions? You made up an entire story about a boyfriend who doesn't exist? Created this whole fantasy about me trying to steal your life?
It's your fault for always being so cheerful, always so perfect, always so professional. You're already happily married, but you're trying to take my job too? You're just going to leave in a few years anyway, so who do you think you are? You don't deserve any of this.
I was just doing the work I was given. You're the one who created this entire situation in your head. I never threatened you.
Whatever, let's just forget about this. If we do, I won't bother you anymore. We can start fresh, like it never happened.
You think it's that simple? After months of harassment? After threatening my safety? I'm not the let-it-go type you think I am. I just moved here and was being harassed. Do you know how much stress that caused me? How many nights I couldn't sleep?
I'm your supervisor. You should think about your position. I could make you quit if I wanted to. I could make your life hell.
Actually, you should think about your position. The CEO is reading this conversation with me right now, and all of this is in writing. You're creating your own evidence. And by the way, deleting it now won't help. We have screenshots.
No, wait, Sarah, please wait. This isn't what it looks like. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I'll do anything. We can work this out.
It's too late for apologies, but let me say one last thing. You're not straightforward at all. You're toxic. You're just being cruel and calling it being direct. And by the way, I'm not weak. You're the one who needs to toughen up. You're the one who made up stories about boyfriends and imagined threats. You're the one who hired children to do your dirty work.
Sarah, please, don't do this to me. I'll lose everything.
Goodbye, Rachel. The CEO will be in touch.
Don't do this, please. I can explain.
There's nothing left to explain. Then, other employees came forward revealing that Rachel had previously harassed people until they quit. While the CEO was investigating these claims, Rachel resigned and moved back to her hometown. I agreed to settle the matter of Rachel's harassment privately. Some might think I'm being too lenient, but even if she'd been arrested, it would have been her first offense, and she wouldn't have served time. I figured it was better to resolve it with a financial settlement and a promise to stay away from me. Rachel also explained that she had recently been dumped by her boyfriend and took out her stress and anxiety on me. She apologized for that. Honestly, her actions were so pathetic that I didn't even have the energy to stay angry. While I'll never forget what she did to me, I hope she gets the help she needs and finds some peace. This whole experience was shocking because I really didn't do anything to deserve this treatment. But I'm not going to let it drag me down. I'm choosing to stay positive and live my life with optimism. After that, Rachel was called in by the CEO and severely reprimanded. Then, other employees came forward revealing that Rachel had previously harassed people until they quit. While the CEO was investigating these claims, Rachel resigned and moved back to her hometown. I agreed to settle the matter of Rachel's harassment privately. Some might think I'm being too lenient, but even if she'd been arrested, it would have been her first offense, and she wouldn't have served time. I figured it was better to resolve it with a financial settlement and a promise to stay away from me. Rachel also explained that she had recently been dumped by her boyfriend and took out her stress and anxiety on me. She apologized for that. Honestly, her actions were so pathetic that I didn't even have the energy to stay angry. While I'll never forget what she did to me, I hope she gets the help she needs and finds some peace. This whole experience was shocking because I really didn't do anything to deserve this treatment. But I'm not going to let it drag me down. I'm choosing to stay positive and live my life with optimism.
Tom, I'm sorry. I have to work overtime today. There are leftovers in the fridge, so just cook some rice and eat without me.
No worries, I'll be home late too.
You're working overtime too?
Yeah, it's been really busy lately.
This is the third time this week you're coming home late.
The project deadline is coming up.
Well, that's good timing then, but you've been working late a lot. Another client dinner?
What do you mean another?
You've had client dinners every other day this month.
The company expects it.
Well, you always smell like alcohol when you come home late.
I just have a few drinks after work, that's not a big deal.
A few drinks doesn't leave that strong a smell.
Are you monitoring my drinking now?
But remember last month's health checkup? The doctor warned you about drinking too much. Maybe you should cut back a bit.
I'm not drinking that much, I'm fine. Besides, your cooking is always the same. That's why I prefer eating out.
What does my cooking have to do with your drinking?
If the food was better at home, maybe I'd eat here more.
I try to cook healthy meals.
Healthy doesn't have to mean boring. Sure, it's all brown food and stews. You think making stews is enough. The seasoning is old-fashioned too. You should try to learn more.
I cook what's good for your health. The doctor said you need to watch your diet.
There you go again with the doctor.
If you have complaints, why don't you cook yourself?
That's why I eat out. Oh, and it's not just the cooking that's old-fashioned. It's your whole look.
What brought this on suddenly?
I'm just saying what everyone thinks.
Who is everyone?
People at work. They ask if my wife ever updates her style.
You keep saying I'm old-fashioned, but you're the same age as me, so you're just an old man yourself. Stop criticizing just me.
No, I take care of my appearance. I wear cologne and keep my hair styled. You always wear your hair in the same ponytail and wear the same suits. Are you okay? Don't the young people at work make fun of you?
My colleagues respect my work, not my appearance.
That's what people say when they've given up.
I keep myself clean.
Being unfashionable is the problem. Plus, middle-aged women develop body odor, so you should care more about that and put more effort into your appearance.
Remember what you said when I bought new skincare products? You said, an ugly person won't change no matter what they do.
All right, that's true. But nowadays, you really should try. You're not young anymore.
So which is it? Should I try or is it hopeless?
Just put in some effort. You're embarrassing me.
I see.
Don't get sulky. I'm trying to help you. Well, at least you have your career going for you. But thinking about the future, you should study beauty and fashion. Now that we're done raising our kid, you have more time to enjoy yourself.
We may be done raising our son, but we still have the mortgage.
That'll be paid off soon.
I'll think about myself after we've finished paying it off.
That's too late, I think.
Why?
Just a feeling. Well, that's my advice. Oh, I'll probably be home around the last train.
Another late night?
Don't start.
All right.
What? Are you sulking because I called you old-fashioned?
Just forget it.
That's what makes you unattractive. Since you're an old lady, at least try to be charming. This is why I don't want to come home.
Do whatever you want.
See? This attitude is exactly the problem.
Message me when you're on your way home.
Don't wait up.
Tom, where are you? Can't you come home right now?
Can't.
What do you mean you can't?
Just busy.
It's your day off. You're just out having fun.
Still can't come back right now.
I need to talk to you about something important.
Can it wait?
No, it can't. I just got back from the bank.
What were you doing at the bank?
Fine, let me ask you this. You've been using our savings without permission, haven't you?
You caught me.
Is that all you have to say?
What else is there to say?
Are you kidding me? You've withdrawn nearly $20,000 in the past few months. What were you thinking?
Things cost money. I'm at that age where I need to maintain a certain image.
What image requires $20,000?
You wouldn't understand.
So you've been splurging on shopping?
Don't call it splurging. These are necessary expenses.
What's necessary about emptying our account?
I didn't empty it.
That money was for our retirement. If you keep this up, our savings will disappear quickly.
We still have plenty left.
We have less than half of what we had 3 months ago.
Stop exaggerating.
No, we absolutely don't. I've been carefully saving all this time, and I've been paying most of the mortgage with my salary. I've been budgeting carefully, and you're just spending freely?
I've been contributing too.
Really? Show me your pay stubs then.
I don't need to prove anything to you.
Since marrying me, you've hopped from job to job. Your salary hasn't increased at all. Who do you think has been supporting you all this time?
I worked and supported you when you were pregnant.
That was 20 years ago.
Still counts.
Don't act like that's something special. Besides, I went back to work right after having our son. You barely helped with childcare, and I was the one who handled all the school expenses too.
You always bring this up.
Because you never acknowledge it.
That doesn't matter. Our son turned out fine. Stop bringing up the past.
Who do you think made me bring it up?
You're always looking for reasons to complain.
I'm complaining because you stole our savings.
Then just take the same amount from our savings that I took and there won't be any complaints.
That's not the point.
Then what is the point?
The point is that you can't be trusted with our money.
Anyway, I'm busy right now. I can't listen to an old woman's nagging.
Then we'll talk properly when you get home.
Don't say things that make me not want to come home. Look, the mortgage will be paid off next month. We can always earn back what I spent.
Don't say it like it's so simple.
You worry too much.
Someone has to worry about our future.
All right, I'll make time to talk properly next month.
Why next month?
This month is bad timing.
It's bad timing because you got caught.
I'm really busy this month, but I promise I'll make time to talk next month.
I don't understand.
What's not to understand? Just wait until next month.
You're hiding something.
It's just a few weeks until next month. What's the big deal? Besides, you're not being rational right now. It's better to talk after some time has passed.
This isn't something that will become acceptable with time.
You're too emotional now.
Of course I'm emotional. You took our savings.
Anyway, no discussion until next month. Otherwise, I won't talk at all.
Fine, but we are definitely talking next month. Don't try to run away.
Whatever you say.
I mean it, Tom.
I heard you the first time. Sarah, are you home yet?
Just got in.
Look at the table.
There's divorce papers here.
Oh, you saw them. Thanks for your service, you're no longer needed. Our son is grown up and we just paid off the mortgage. I'm done.
So that's why you wanted a month to talk?
That's right. I don't have time to waste on an old lady anymore. I want to live freely now. I want to get divorced quickly and enjoy my next chapter in life. Just sign the papers and submit them.
You planned this all along.
Smart of you to figure it out.
Is that why you've been spending our savings?
What does it matter now?
Fine. Thank you. I'll submit them right away. I'll throw out the luggage, too.
What? Throw out the luggage? Why?
Did I stutter?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I mean, I'll throw out your luggage. After all, this house is in my name.
What? You're the one who should leave.
Check the property records.
This is my house.
Don't you remember? When we bought this house, you had just quit your job. The mortgage was only approved because I was working. The house is in my name.
That's impossible.
Check the documents.
I'm the head of the household.
Being registered as head of household doesn't mean you own the property.
That's not true.
Are you talking about being the registered head of household? That's not the same as property ownership. You are really stupid, aren't you?
Wait, then whose house is this?
Like I said, it's mine.
But I've been living here. I've been paying the mortgage too.
Barely, I paid most of it.
You can't just kick me out.
Actually, I can.
Fine, if it's not mine, then we should sell it and split the assets.
Oh, so you do know about that. All right, let's go with selling the house then.
You're really gonna do this?
You started this.
You're not even upset that I'm divorcing you.
Should I be?
Most wives would cry.
What? Did you want me to be upset?
No, it's better if you don't have any attachments. I'm tired of hearing your constant nagging anyway.
Is that what you think I am? Just a nagging wife?
What else?
Actually, I've been wanting to divorce you too. I knew about your affair with your subordinate.
What are you talking about?
The young woman from accounting?
You're making things up.
Don't play dumb. I investigated because you were acting strange. The money you took from our savings, you spent it on her, didn't you? I have evidence of your infidelity, and I am going to sue both you and your affair partner.
You had me investigated?
Did you think I wouldn't notice?
Wait, you're gonna sue my subordinate too?
Of course, she got involved with a married man.
Please don't. I don't want to cause her trouble.
Now you're concerned about someone?
She's innocent in this.
So you're that serious about her?
Of course! I love her incomparably more than you.
I'm planning to report this to your company, too.
You can't do that.
Watch me.
This is private. There's no need to involve the company.
You went to hotels during work hours, didn't you? While reporting an affair alone to the company might get me in trouble, reporting workplace misconduct is different.
That's not fair.
Neither was stealing our savings.
Wait, please reconsider. She's still young and I can't afford to get in trouble either. I finally found a company where I can work long term.
Then you know what you need to do to show sincerity.
Sincerity?
Money, obviously. Give me the house.
You're playing dirty.
Says the cheater.
Fine, that's fair, but you'll need to sign an agreement.
That works better for me too. I don't want you trying to claim the house later. I'll submit the divorce papers right away, and from now on, we'll be complete strangers.
You planned this too, didn't ya?
No, you just made it easy.
Really? You're an unlovable woman until the end! That's why you're being thrown away as an old lady. You should realize you have no value anymore.
Get out of my house.
I'll be back for my things.
Sure, they'll be in bags outside.
Sarah, can we meet?
What? All the paperwork is done. We've settled everything financially. There's no need to meet.
Just for coffee.
No.
I want to talk.
We're divorced and I don't want to talk to you.
Things are different now.
Nothing is different.
Please, just give me a little time.
Then say it now. I'm not meeting you.
It's better to talk in person.
Text or nothing.
Actually, I want to try again.
What are you saying? That's obviously impossible.
Things are clearer now.
Clearer how?
I finally realized how important you were.
Let me guess, did your subordinate dump you?
It's not about her.
So she did dump you.
No, I just realized young women are too simple-minded to keep up with.
That's not what you said 2 weeks ago.
I was wrong then.
You weren't wrong, you were just busy spending our savings on her.
I made a mistake.
A $20,000 mistake. I knew it was just a matter of time before she dumped you, especially after the divorce. She had a real boyfriend anyway.
What?
You didn't know?
Who?
A sales guy at your company, young and handsome, I think. When I hired the private investigator, I had them look into her, too. Turns out you were just a plaything. She was using you for the money you were spending on her, though I'm surprised she went as far as sleeping with you.
You're lying.
Ask around at work.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you why you got dumped. She was never serious about you from the start. You wanted to divorce me to be with her, but think about it. Why would a woman in her 20s want to be with a broke old man?
I'm not old.
You're older than her father.
I take care of my appearance. I can compete with young guys.
Is that what she told you?
People say I look young.
Look in the mirror properly. You're a proper old man. You bragged about wearing cologne, but it reeked. I bet everyone at work hated it.
That's not true. It was recommended to me.
By who? The saleswoman trying to make commission?
That was expensive.
The problem was how much you sprayed on you in one sitting. You shouldn't wear it to work anymore. It's considered a form of harassment these days.
You're just trying to hurt me.
No, I'm telling you the truth.
Enough! I'll stop trying impossible things.
That's for the best.
It would be good if you came back.
I told you I won't.
We can start fresh.
There is nothing left to start with.
I was a fool. I got deceived by a young woman and threw away the person who'd supported me all these years. I did something terrible.
You understand that much, but you weren't deceived. You chose to have an affair. You were just excited about dating a young woman. Don't act like a victim.
I know I messed up.
You didn't mess up. You made deliberate choices.
Please, give me one more chance. We've supported each other for over 20 years. You've always been by my side, despite how worthless I was. You must have truly loved me.
Don't try to use my past feelings against me.
But they were real feelings.
Don't be ridiculous. I stayed with you because we had a child, and I was planning to get a divorce in our later years anyway.
You didn't love me?
When was the last time you asked about my feelings?
I always cared.
I did love you. That's why I married you. But as I kept supporting you, your attitude got worse and worse, and my love wore away. Now there's nothing left.
We can rebuild it.
There's nothing to rebuild.
Sarah, I'm truly sorry. Please forgive me. I'll never hurt you again.
You already hurt me enough for a lifetime.
I can change.
The person who gets hurt never forgets. Besides, I'm really happy now. I don't have to waste time on a useless old man anymore. Maybe you're the one who should realize you have no value.
Don't use my words against me.
They're true, though, aren't they?
Please.
Don't contact me again. My ex-husband, unable to reconcile with me, apparently had nothing left to lose and ended up causing a scene at work, yelling at his former affair partner and her boyfriend.
This exposed the affair to the company. The boyfriend was furious, and the affair partner ended up leaving him, according to mutual acquaintances. It started with Tom confronting them in the break room. He demanded to know if they had been together all along. Their colleagues watched as he lost control, shouting about how she had used him. Security had to be called to escort him out. The affair partner quit her job after her relationship with my ex-husband and her boyfriend became public knowledge. I heard she couldn't face her coworkers after everything came out. She tried to blame Tom for misleading her, but everyone knew the truth by then. My husband still works there, but I hear he's treated coldly and nobody wants to associate with him. He sits alone at lunch now. His colleagues avoid being assigned to his projects. Even his superiors keep communication to a minimum. He made his own bed and now he has to lie in it. Our son approved of the divorce and is quite disgusted by his father's affair. He often visits to check on me, worried that I might be depressed after the divorce. Last week, he brought groceries and cooked dinner for me. He said he never realized how much I had been carrying the family until now. He told me that his father tried to contact him, asking him to convince me to reconcile. Our son refused, saying he couldn't respect someone who would treat his mother that way. It hurt to hear that their relationship had been damaged, but I was proud of our son's integrity. While it's sad that our marital love turned to hatred, I'm grateful that we had such a kind son. For better or worse, that wouldn't have happened without my ex-husband. That's the one thing I'm still thankful for. Of course, I have many complaints about childcare and household finances, but without meeting my ex-husband, our son wouldn't exist. I can think this way honestly now because I am finally free and won't be hurt anymore. While divorce often has a negative image, I'm going to turn it into something positive. My coworkers have been surprisingly supportive. Several of them have invited me to join their hobby groups. Last week, I even signed up for a cooking class. Not because Tom criticized my cooking, but because I want to learn new things for myself. Although I may not have that many years left, I intend to fully enjoy my new life from now on. I've already redecorated the house. All traces of Tom are gone. The divorce taught me something important. It's never too late to start over. I'm not just Tom's ex-wife or even just our son's mother. I am my own person, and I have plenty of life left to live on my terms.
Long time no see, Helen. It's been a year and a half.
What do you want, David? If you're here to ask me to lower the child support you owe, I won't budge a penny.
I've never missed a payment, have I? Even when you left without warning?
Just get to the point. I'm busy.
No, that's not why I contacted you.
Then what do you want from your ex-wife?
It's about Lucy. Something's bothering me.
What about Lucy?
I actually ran into her today.
What? Where?
Lucy had her career day field trip today, didn't she?
Oh, was that today?
Was that today? You didn't even know? I happened to be at the company where Lucy was doing her career shadowing. We ran into each other there.
What a coincidence.
You didn't even sign her permission slip, did you? Her teacher had to sign it.
I was working late. She's old enough to handle these things.
She's 11, Helen. These are parent responsibilities.
Don't lecture me about responsibilities. You're not her guardian anymore.
I was surprised too. Wasn't expecting to see my daughter there. Since it was a school event, I was just going to say hello and leave.
As you should. I never agreed to any visitation.
You never even responded to my visitation requests. I sent them every month.
Because they were unnecessary. She's fine with me.
But Lucy seemed off, and it worried me. She clung to me and cried, saying she wanted to live with Dad. Is something happening at home?
Nothing at all. She just got emotional seeing her father after so long.
She was wearing the same uniform from last year. It's too small now.
Stop nitpicking. Clothes are expensive.
But she said she doesn't want to live with Mom anymore.
It's just her preteen attitude. Lately, Lucy's been nothing but rebellious. She can't even do basic housework. She's just a waste of money.
What kind of housework are you making her do?
Just normal things. Cooking, cleaning, laundry.
She's still a child. You can't expect perfect housework. You should be grateful she helps at all.
We're a single-parent household. The kid needs to help with chores for us to survive.
Is that why her hands were covered in burns from cooking?
She's clumsy. That's her own fault.
That didn't seem like rebellion to me. She looked traumatized. Are you mistreating her?
So you think I'm abusing my child?
She flinched when a student raised their hand. That's not normal behavior.
You're reading too much into things.
It's not normal for a 5th grader to break down like that, especially the moment she sees me.
I am fulfilling my duties as a mother. You have no right to criticize when you're not even involved in parenting.
Not involved. I've sent birthday gifts every year. You return them unopened.
She doesn't need your gifts. She has everything she needs.
I want to be involved, but I can't, can I? A year and a half ago, you suddenly took our daughter and left.
Well, you were the kind of husband whose wife would leave him.
You never even explained why, just left a note and disappeared with Lucy.
I don't owe you explanations.
I send you child support every month. Are you actually using it for Lucy? I'm starting to worry.
Are you suggesting I divorced you for the child support?
Lucy's shoes are falling apart. Where's the money going, Helen?
How I manage our finances is none of your business.
That's not what I meant, but Lucy didn't look happy at all. As her father, of course I'm concerned. Let me see her more often.
So you can brainwash her?
Brainwash? What are you talking about?
You want to convince her that Dad is better than Mom, don't you?
I would never do that.
You always tried to be the fun parent, even when we were married.
This isn't about us. It's about Lucy's well-being.
I am working hard to raise her too. Sometimes I have to scold her, but you get to be the fun parent because you're not around all the time. Must be nice.
Define scolding, because Lucy mentioned going without dinner when she makes mistakes.
She needs to learn consequences.
Sure, kids might find their parents annoying when they get scolded, but Lucy today wasn't acting like a kid annoyed by parental lectures. She looked like she was desperate to escape something. There was real pain in her eyes.
You saw her for what, 5 minutes? Now you're an expert?
I know my daughter. Something's very wrong.
Stop acting like you know everything. Parents suffer too. Stay out of this. You're an outsider now.
I'm gonna keep investigating this, Helen. Count on it.
Do what you want, but remember, I have full custody.
For now.
David, you said you wanted to be involved in parenting, right?
Yes, I did.
You still feel that way?
Of course, I've been trying to contact you about Lucy for months.
You've been quite persistent.
Because I'm worried about our daughter.
Well, today's your lucky day.
What do you mean?
Perfect timing then. I am getting remarried, so you can have Lucy back. She's your problem now.
Have her back?
This is what you wanted, right? Now you can live with your daughter. I don't need her anymore, so I'm giving her to you.
Just like that, after fighting so hard for full custody?
Times change. People change.
And the child support payments?
Won't need those anymore. I'll have a husband to support me. Think whatever you want. I'm being generous here.
I see. So Lucy's served her purpose. You only took her for the child support. You're finished, aren't you?
Next month, we're having a small ceremony.
When's the wedding? And your fiancé is okay with this arrangement?
Of course, we discussed everything.
Everything?
What are you implying?
I'm not finished. Your fiancé just brought Lucy here.
What?
As you said, Lucy will be living with me from today.
He's there? No, that's impossible.
Want me to put him on the phone?
Stop lying.
It's true.
That's impossible.
Why are you so sure?
He can't be there with Lucy.
Is that because you never told your fiancé about having a daughter?
How did you... Did he really come there?
That's what I've been telling you.
How does he know? What's going on?
Your fiancé went to your apartment today on an errand.
What? I didn't know about this.
He was just dropping off something you forgot, so he didn't make an appointment. He was about to leave it on the doorknob when Lucy came out. He was quite shocked to see a child there.
She was supposed to be at cram school today.
The cram school you haven't paid for in 3 months?
That girl, why did she have to come out right then? And he could have at least told me he was coming.
He was surprised to find out about Lucy, but he was even more shocked by her condition.
What do you mean?
Don't play dumb. You hadn't fed her for 5 days, had you? She'd been surviving on school lunches alone. Her clothes were filthy and worn out. She clearly hadn't bathed in days.
She must have gotten her clothes dirty playing somewhere. I don't know anything about this.
The neighbors told him everything.
What neighbors?
The ones who hear Lucy crying every night. The ones who see her doing laundry at midnight.
Well, they should mind their own business.
Stop making excuses. You've been treating Lucy like garbage, haven't you? She told us everything. Your fiancé was so concerned about her condition that he brought her here.
Without telling me? How dare he do something so presumptuous?
He's already called child services.
He what?
Because Lucy was crying, begging to go back to Dad's house. He's a good man. Too good for you, but I'm glad. At least he found out what kind of person you really are before the marriage.
Where is he?
He left already. He seemed completely disillusioned with you. I wonder if you'll still be getting married after this.
This isn't how things were supposed to go.
No, this is exactly how things should go. Lucy is safe now. What now?
He's not answering any of my calls. Give me his new number.
Of course he's not. He blocked you for a reason.
This is all Lucy's fault. How is she going to take responsibility?
Hold on, what are you talking about? Explain properly.
He broke off our engagement.
Of course he did. That was predictable.
He didn't even let me explain.
Explain what? How you hid your child or how you starved her?
What did you say?
Who would want to marry someone who mistreats their child? No one wants someone as twisted as you.
You don't understand. I had plans.
Plans to deceive him forever?
I am not twisted. Don't mock me.
Your fiancé made the right choice. If he married you, he'd eventually get caught up in trouble. I hope he finds someone with better character to marry.
He was going to take care of everything.
Take care of what?
The apartment, the loans, everything.
So you were just using him.
Stop acting like you know everything. He was completely in love with me. Breaking up right before marriage is too cruel.
Love based on lies isn't love at all.
He didn't need to know about Lucy yet.
When were you planning to tell him? After the wedding?
I would have eased him into it.
You're the only one who doesn't understand why he left. There's something wrong with anyone who can hurt a child so easily. Either that or your humanity is broken.
I did what I had to do to survive.
By hurting our daughter?
I hid Lucy's existence because I thought no man would want to marry me if they knew. The food punishment was discipline. That's what it takes to handle a rebellious preteen.
What rebellion? Lucy is terrified of you. She couldn't possibly be rebellious.
She cries too loudly when I punish her.
Do you hear yourself?
The neighbors complain about the noise.
That's what you're worried about?
You don't know what it's like day to day. She doesn't listen. She breaks things. She's such a handful.
What things has she broken?
Last week, she dropped a plate while washing dishes.
And you punished her for that?
Actions have consequences.
Even if she was rebellious, starving her for 5 days is extreme. That's just common sense.
She had school lunch, so it was fine. Discipline is important. You don't understand how hard parenting is. That's why you can say such naive things.
The school nurse reported her weight loss.
It's not weight. She's just growing and losing her baby fat.
I doubt many people would agree with your logic. Keep making these crazy arguments. Either way, your fiancé has left you.
Do you know how hard I worked to get him? And now he's breaking off the engagement? Don't be ridiculous.
Not my problem. So you met him at a mixer? Must have really put on an act to win his heart.
I did work hard. I researched everything he liked, changed my hair, clothes, makeup. I even learned to cook.
You really did put in effort. Why did you want him so badly?
For the money, obviously. He's an elite worker from a wealthy family. His looks aren't great, but that's secondary.
Even researched his family background, did you?
His parents own 3 properties.
Your greed is almost refreshing at this point.
I had everything planned perfectly.
Except for Lucy being discovered.
This wasn't how things were supposed to go. I should have just given Lucy to you earlier.
That's what happens when you get blinded by child support money. A fitting end for you.
You don't understand. This marriage was my chance.
Chance for what?
To start over, to be someone else.
Someone without a daughter?
Shut up. I'll convince him somehow. I have to marry him, no matter what.
Why are you so obsessed? I'm starting to feel sorry for him.
My entire life depends on whether I can marry him.
Lucy's life depended on you being a decent mother. How did that work out?
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
No, I'm disgusted. Our daughter could have died.
Don't be dramatic.
The hospital report wasn't dramatic. It was factual.
Hospital?
Where do you think Lucy is right now?
You took her to the hospital?
The doctors are documenting everything.
You're really trying to ruin me.
You did that yourself.
I can't contact him at all now.
Oh, so he managed to escape from you?
I went to his workplace. Security escorted me out.
You're just making it worse for yourself.
Why? You must have told him something. This doesn't make sense otherwise.
What exactly did you expect him to do after finding a starving child in your apartment?
I sent him emails explaining everything.
Explaining what? Your lies?
No, it makes perfect sense. You poisoned him against me.
No, it makes perfect sense. Learning your true nature would cool even the hottest love. By the way, Lucy told me about your debt.
Why is that child talking about unnecessary things?
The debt collectors who keep calling, they're getting aggressive, aren't they?
That's private.
She said she saw collection notices at home, said there were lots of zeros. Seems like you have quite a bit of debt. Is that why you were targeting your fiancé?
So what if I do?
The notices are from 6 different credit card companies.
Have you been going through my mail?
Lucy kept all the notices. She thought they were important.
That little snitch.
You didn't tell your fiancé about the debt either, did you?
What does that matter?
Hiding a child and massive debt? That's a lot of secrets, don't you think?
The debt isn't even that much.
The papers Lucy gave me say that it's over $200,000.
She can't even read numbers that big. Why did she show them to you?
I don't know, but when were you planning on letting your fiancé know?
I couldn't find the right thing. I was planning to tell him eventually.
When exactly is eventually?
Eventually means eventually.
After you got access to his family money?
You don't understand anything.
What's that supposed to mean? You were never going to tell him. Since he was being deceived so badly, I told him about your debt last night.
What? When?
Last night.
While I was sending him emails?
Yes, right about then.
So that's why he blocked me. It was your fault.
Maybe so. Looks like he's really done with you.
His family has connections. They could have helped me.
Helped you commit fraud?
What have you done?
It was for the best.
This is clearly malicious.
To you, maybe. I told him as friendly advice. He definitely needed to get away from you.
You've ruined everything.
No, you did that yourself.
This is the worst. Outsiders shouldn't interfere.
He helped save our daughter. None of us are outsiders in this situation anymore. Anyway, it's over between you two. Stop obsessing over him. I feel bad for the guy.
The collectors are coming tomorrow.
That sounds like a problem you've got to deal with on your own.
How am I supposed to pay back my loans?
Figure it out yourself. It's your debt.
Wait, give Lucy back.
What?
The marriage is off, so give Lucy back.
Oh, so you can get child support again? Not happening. I've already started the process to take away your parental rights.
Take them away?
The hospital records alone are enough.
They can't do that.
I found a good lawyer. We're gonna strip your parental rights and get a restraining order to keep you away from Lucy.
Don't say things like that.
The lawyer says it's an easy case.
She's my daughter, too.
You're the one who's been doing whatever you want. If you don't like it, hire a good lawyer and fight back.
I can't afford a lawyer.
I figured as much.
Well, you're not rich either. How can you afford a lawyer?
Oh, right. You wouldn't know since we haven't spoken in a year and a half. I got promoted. My salary increased significantly.
What? No way.
Remember that project I was working on when you left?
The one you were always staying late for?
It succeeded. Got me fast-tracked to management. Now I can give Lucy a comfortable life. She can eat whatever she wants, and I can even take her on international trips. I can give her the life she really deserves.
Your salary changed that much?
The promotion came with stock options, too.
You never mentioned this before.
You never asked. You were too busy planning your scam marriage.
I would have stayed if I'd known.
Good thing we divorced. You would have wasted all the money. Thanks for leaving.
Why is my timing always so bad?
You've been abandoned by your fiancé, your ex-husband, and even heaven itself. Have fun dealing with your debt.
I won't be able to survive like this.
I thought you said not eating for a while was fine. Didn't you say taking baths every 3 days was enough to save on utilities?
That was different.
Was it? Now you can practice what you preach.
I don't want to live like that.
Then work hard. Work until you're drenched in sweat. If you do that, maybe you can live luxuriously again.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? Don't take pleasure in others' misfortune.
I will never forgive you for what you did to our daughter. You deserve to be punished, and I hope you suffer. Experience the same pain you put our daughter through. Couldn't let go of her ex-fiancé and kept stalking him. Eventually, he got a restraining order against her. I heard through the grapevine that she later declared bankruptcy. Since Lucy came to live with me, I've spared no expense for her happiness. I take her on trips whenever I have time off. I wanted to overwrite her painful memories with happy ones. Thanks to that, Lucy smiles a lot more now. While we don't keep in touch with her mother's ex-fiancé, I did send him a thank you gift once. Surprisingly, he sent something back. It was a box of children's treats. Maybe he had a soft spot for kids all along. It made me even more angry that Helen tried to use such a good person. I don't know where she is or what she's doing now, but I don't care. Instead, I focus on giving my daughter the happy life she deserves.
Martin, can you please explain what happened this morning properly? It's lunchtime now, isn't it?
Huh? Just like I said this morning. You know Rachel, right? My friend from back home? We've known each other since we were kids.
Yeah, I know her. We hung out a couple of times after you got married. We exchanged contact info too, remember?
Oh, you exchanged contact info.
Yeah, we texted the last time we hung out, but we haven't spoken in years. We've kind of lost touch after that.
Okay, so can you just leave her alone for now? I'll take care of the communication with her.
It's not about Rachel, okay? I'm asking about the kid you brought over this morning. What do you mean by looking after them for a while? What's going on with that?
I'm telling you, Rachel's dealing with some stuff and can't look after her kid anymore.
What kind of stuff?
Are you sure you're not saying anything you shouldn't? Please, don't contact Rachel directly, okay?
I'm not that close to her. I won't overstep, don't worry. So what's actually happening?
Well, Rachel and her husband might be getting a divorce.
What? Seriously?
I don't know all the details, but it seems like her husband cheated on her. Things have been getting worse between them. They've been having a lot of serious discussions, and Rachel's emotionally drained. So she asked me if I could take care of her kid for a while, at least until things settle down a bit.
Yeah, I can imagine how overwhelming that must be for her. Having to figure out everything on her own while also dealing with all of this emotional stress.
Exactly, and her kid, he's only about 3 years old. You know how kids that age can be, they're sensitive to changes, and she's really struggling with everything right now, so I was hoping you could help and look after him for about a week, just while she gets a bit of time to sort things out.
But you're asking me to look after a kid? Do you know how complicated that is? I am working from home right now, remember? My job still expects me to keep up with my work and attend all of my meetings. I have all of the same responsibilities as when I was going into the office.
I understand, but can you find a way to make it work? Just for a little while. It's only a week.
A week? You're asking a lot, you know. The company's been pushing more and more for us to go into the office recently. I really can't be sure when they'll tell me to come in.
When that happens, I'll deal with it. I promise. I'll take care of things. I'm not asking you to take on everything. Just please help out for a bit.
You're asking a lot from me. You know that, right? You've been coming home late and working extra hours, too.
I know it's a lot, but I'm the one who brought the kid here, so I'm doing my part. I'll take care of him as best as I can.
But you're saying that you'll be home earlier now, starting today?
Today? Well, that's a bit tricky. I don't think I'll be able to leave the office exactly at the usual time.
So in the end, it's all falling on me, isn't it? I get that you're being kind, but there's a clear difference between what you can do and what you can't do, and I think you need to recognize that.
I know, I'm sorry, okay? But can you please help? Rachel and her son Zach are in a really tough spot right now.
I know they're in a tough spot. That's why I'm upset. You shouldn't have agreed to take him in if you knew it wasn't going to work for us. I feel bad for Zach too, but I'm still going to have to work while looking after him.
Look, I believe you can handle it. You're stronger than you think. I'll do my best to get home early, and if there's anything you need, just call me. I'll be there to help out.
Ugh, fine, I'll do it, but only for a week, okay? That's all I can handle. I won't be able to keep this up for any longer.
I understand. Thank you. Just 1 week is enough. I really appreciate you helping out with Zach. It's not easy, but I promise we'll make it work.
So, to make sure I'm clear, this is just for 1 week, right? Because I'm not committing to anything beyond that.
Yes, just 1 week. After that, I'll take over and you won't have to worry about it anymore.
I'm not doing this for any longer than a week. I am warning you now, so don't ask me again.
Of course, I won't. Thank you so much for agreeing to help, though. I know this isn't easy for you, but it really means a lot to me and to Rachel as well.
I'm only doing this because you're asking, but please don't put me in a position like this again.
I won't. I promise. Once this week is over, everything will go back to normal.
Okay, well, we'll see how things go. Just remember, 1 week only.
Got it. Thank you again, really. I'll make sure to do my part and handle things on my end. I know it's a lot to ask, but I'm grateful. Deborah, I'm sorry. I've got a business trip starting tomorrow.
What? A business trip? You told me you'd take a day off tomorrow, right? I have an important meeting and I'll be out of the house.
I know, but is there any way we can make it work?
No, there isn't. I absolutely have to go to the office tomorrow. They need me there and I can't get out of it.
Well, what about your sister? Could she watch Zach for a few hours?
My sister's raising twins right now, remember? I can't just ask her to take on another kid. It wouldn't be fair to her, and she is really busy every single day with the twins. And honestly, what about your mom? Isn't she around to help out?
If I ask my mom, I'd have to tell her about Rachel's situation too, wouldn't I? My mom's a bit of a gossip, and once she knows something, everyone else is gonna hear about it. I really don't want her to know about Rachel's divorce yet. Rachel hasn't even told many people, and it's a really touchy subject for her. I can't just go telling my mom all the details. She'll want to share it with everyone, and that's not something Rachel's ready for.
Okay, I get it. I'll try asking my sister then.
Thank you. Zach really took to you quickly, and I'm sure your sister won't have too much trouble with him. After spending a few days with him, you've seen how well-behaved he is, right?
Yeah, he's sweet and cute, but he's still just 3 years old, and you know how curious they are at that age. It's impossible to take your eyes off him for even a second. He's into everything, and it's actually a little overwhelming.
I know it's tough, but your sister's got experience with kids, so I'm sure she'll handle it just fine.
Don't make it sound so easy. You've been saying that, but I'm the one who's been taking care of Zach this whole time. And you haven't been coming home early.
I know. I'm really sorry about that. Work has been insane lately, and I didn't realize how much it was affecting you.
Well, I'm working too, and now I'm dealing with Zach on top of everything else. When is your business trip going to end?
It'll be over by Sunday at the latest.
Wait, so you'll be gone the entire time I'm supposed to be looking after Zach? You won't be around at all? Are you serious?
I know it's not ideal. I'm really sorry about this, but I'll make it up to you, I promise.
Make it up to me? You've been borrowing money from me for the past 3 months, and you've been slacking off when it comes to sharing responsibilities. You can't keep relying on me like this. You've been taking advantage of me, and it is starting to wear thin.
I mean, we're married, right? Isn't it okay for us to lean on each other sometimes? Especially when things are tough at work?
I'm supporting you, aren't I? But lately it's been getting worse. You've been using the credit card too much, and then you don't even seem to care about the consequences. You just expect me to pick up the slack. You're not taking responsibility for your actions, and I'm the one who ends up paying for it.
You know how stressful work's been for me, right? It's been non-stop, and I've been feeling pressure from every direction. And now I'm getting these comments from you too? I feel like I'm being blamed for everything.
You don't have to say it like that. I'm doing everything too. Work, housework, and now Zach as well.
You don't even seem to realize how much extra I'm doing, and you just keep pushing your responsibilities onto me.
You're right, but I've been really overwhelmed with work lately, and I'm not handling it well. I should have communicated better with you about how much I can handle.
Well, we both have our responsibilities, don't we? You can't just keep passing everything on to me and then expect me to be fine with it. That's not fair, and honestly, you need to step up and take more responsibility.
You're right. I'm not doing enough, and I'm sorry for that. I shouldn't be putting everything on you. But I also want you to understand that I've been under a lot of pressure with work. I didn't mean to make things harder for you.
I get that work is stressful, but we need to balance things better. You can't just keep expecting me to do everything. You're not the only one who's struggling. I'm doing my best too.
I know, and I appreciate everything you're doing. Honestly, I do. I'm just trying to figure out how to handle everything at once, and sometimes I'm failing at it.
Well, it's not just about you anymore. We have responsibilities to each other and to Zach. I'm not going to be able to do this all on my own.
I get it. I do. I know I need to step up more, but what do you want me to do about the business trip? I can't just cancel it at the last minute.
You can't cancel it, but you can think about how to balance things better. Maybe I can ask your sister to help out, but I need to know that you're going to do your part when you're back.
I will. I promise I'll make it up to you when I get back.
I am holding you to that. This can't be a one-time thing, though. We need to be more balanced, or it's going to keep causing problems.
I understand. And when I get back, we can talk more about how to handle everything going forward. I'll do better, I promise.
All right, but just remember, this can't keep happening. We're partners in this, and we need to support each other.
You're right. I've been taking too much for granted. I'll do better. And I'll make it up to you, Deborah. I swear.
I hope so. I've heard enough. You asked me to take care of our child so you could go on a trip with your affair partner, didn't you?
Yes, but it's over now. The affair is finished. That trip was the last one. I couldn't keep dragging things on any longer, so I took her there to end it.
I don't care about that.
I care about you more than anyone else. That's why I ended things with her. I'm really sorry for the pain I caused you, but I want to be with you from now on. Please come back.
So the reason you've been spending money recklessly these past few months was because you were buying things for your affair partner, right?
She threatened to tell you about the affair, and I had no choice but to buy things for her. It wasn't that I wanted to spoil her. I was doing it to protect you. I didn't want to hurt you.
You're the one who's hurt me the most. If you hadn't had the affair, none of this would have happened. And asking me to take care of the child, are you out of your mind? Both you and your affair partner are completely out of line.
She was a new mom, and there was no one else she could ask.
I don't care. The fact is, you got involved with her, and that's what's wrong.
I'm sorry. At first, I just thought of her as a friend, but somehow it turned into this.
A friend? You met her on a dating app, didn't you? You were planning this from the start.
I just wanted to try something out, see what it was like. I didn't think it would turn into anything serious.
But in the end, you did meet up and did everything. And using Rachel's name? You actually did that to a person who had lost their child? How could you do such a thing?
I thought it would never get out.
Even so, it's still the lowest of the low. Having the affair, leaving Zach with me, using Rachel's name, everything you've done is despicable. I can never live with someone like you again.
I won't do it again. I swear I'll never betray you.
I don't ever want to go through that again, so I'm leaving. You even said it was my fault, remember? You said I was pushing you, that I wasn't considering your feelings, that I wasn't understanding your pain.
I'm sorry. I was in a rush back then.
You're still only thinking about yourself. You were just doing whatever the affair partner wanted because you didn't want the affair to be exposed. You weren't protecting me, you were protecting yourself.
Deborah, I'm really sorry. If you'll forgive me, I'll do anything. Please don't divorce me. Rachel found out and other people back home are criticizing me. If my mom finds out about this, she'll never forgive me.
See, you're still only thinking about yourself. I was on the verge of breaking down until I found out the truth about the affair. I kept wanting to believe in you, but then when Rachel and I were in the airport waiting, you came walking by holding hands with your affair partner. In an instant, all the trust I had in you was gone. I'll never forgive you. I realized that I don't need you in my life.
I need you in my life.
Because we both work? Is it because you need me to cover for you, even supporting your affair?
No, it's not like that. Even someone like me, I thought I could become better with you by my side.
You're just dumping everything on me. I used to think your smile and kindness were your best traits. But after we got married, it's been clear to me that you just push everything onto others and do whatever you want without feeling any stress.
You didn't need to say it like that.
But you're the one making me say it. If I'm the most important thing to you, does that mean it's okay to have an affair? Even if that's the case, it's still messed up, isn't it? I'm the one who's been suffering the most. You had an affair and made me take care of the affair partner's child. Do you realize how humiliating that was for me?
I was wrong. It's all my fault. I'm really sorry.
Yes, you're wrong. So please divorce me. If you're truly sorry, then at least consider my feelings.
But Deborah, please, don't you understand? This isn't just about the affair anymore. It's about everything. It's about how I've been trying to fix things. I know I've made mistakes, a lot of them, but please just listen to me. I want to fix this.
You're right. It's not just about the affair. It's about everything that happened, all the lies, all the deception. I don't know if I can ever trust you again. And I don't know if I can live like this.
Always wondering if you're still lying, if you're still hiding things from me?
I swear I'll do whatever it takes to regain your trust. I'll prove to you that I can be the man you need me to be. Just don't leave me.
You say you'll do whatever it takes, but it doesn't feel like enough. You have broken me. You've broken everything. I can't just keep pretending everything's fine.
I didn't mean to break you. I never wanted to hurt you like this. If I could take everything back, I would, but I can't. All I can do now is ask for your forgiveness.
It's not that simple. Forgiveness isn't something you can just ask for and expect to receive. It is earned, and I don't know if you'll ever earn it back. I don't know if I can ever trust you the way I did before.
I understand, I really do, but please, I don't want to lose you.
Maybe you don't want to lose me, but you've already lost me. At least the person I was. I don't know who I am anymore, and I don't know who you are either.
I never meant to hurt you like this. I just got caught up in everything. The affair, the lies, all of it. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
It doesn't matter how it was supposed to be. What matters is that it's like this now. And you have to face that. I have to face it too.
Deborah, please, if you give me one more chance, I swear I'll make it right.
I don't know if I can ever give you that chance. I don't know if I can ever go back to what we had before. I don't know if I can trust you again.
I'll prove it to you. I'll do anything. I'll be the man you always wanted me to be. Just give me a chance.
I don't know if I can. I am so hurt, Martin, and I don't know if I can ever heal from this. I don't know if I can ever. After that, my husband kept shouting that he didn't want a divorce until the very end, but there was no way the affair partner's claims would be accepted. I immediately hired a lawyer and made sure to claim proper alimony from both my ex-husband and his affair partner. It wasn't just about the money, though. It was about making them both face the consequences of their actions and holding them accountable for the pain they caused me. The divorce was finalized, and my ex-husband agreed that Zach would live with him. I didn't have much to say in the matter, but I figured that it was probably for the best. Zach had become a pawn in this whole affair, and I felt he deserved a stable environment away from the chaos that my ex-husband had created. It was hard to accept, but I had to let go. During the negotiations, the affair partner claimed they couldn't pay alimony. Of course, I didn't believe that. To make sure they couldn't get away with it, I demanded they provide their ID and contacted their family to verify their financial situation. I wasn't going to let them off easy. They needed to understand that their actions had consequences, and I wasn't backing down. I found out that the affair partner had been involved in previous affairs, and that's what led them to take on the new mom role. The situation was even worse than I thought. I later learned that the affair partner's parents contacted my ex-husband to explain the situation, and Zach's father was furious. After hearing the truth, he decided to take custody of Zach. It was a tense conversation, but at least Zach was going to live with his father now. It was a bittersweet relief, knowing that Zach was far away from the destructive environment created by my ex-husband and his affair. Despite the affair partner's actions, I knew Zach deserved to grow up in a stable, loving environment, and living with his father might be the best chance for that. I heard that Zach was actually quite happy to live with his father, which gave me some peace. At least he wasn't completely left in the dark. He had his father's attention, and that was a relief, considering everything that had happened. As for my ex-husband, I've heard that he's been cut off from his family and friends. The people who used to be close to him have distanced themselves, and rightfully so. He ruined everything: his marriage, his relationships, and his own reputation. It's sad, but also well-deserved. He had it all before, but his selfishness and disregard for others had caused everything to crumble. His actions had consequences, and now he was forced to deal with them. I also heard that he's been shunned by people from his hometown. They no longer want anything to do with him. The way he treated me and the way he handled everything left him with nothing. He burned every bridge he had, and now he had to face the reality of being alone. I can't say I felt sorry for him. He brought this upon himself.
A neighbor who worked at the same company as my ex-husband told me that the news of our divorce and his affair spread throughout the office. As expected, no one wanted to associate with him anymore. The facade he had built around himself came crumbling down once the truth came out. He was left without any support. It was almost poetic justice. He had built his life on lies, and now those lies had caught up with him. Now, with no one left to rely on, my ex-husband probably realized just how much he had been taking others for granted. He had lived his life in a way that was selfish, and now he had no one to support him. I couldn't help but feel a little bit of satisfaction in knowing that he had learned his lesson the hard way. He had pushed everyone away, and now he was left alone to reflect on the choices he made. As for me, I had moved on. I found a new place to live and started a new life. It wasn't easy at first, adjusting to everything, but I knew it was the right decision. I wasn't going to let him continue to control my life. I had my own future to focus on now. My work situation had changed too. I had moved from working from home to going back to the office. At first, I thought I would miss the quiet of being home all the time, but honestly, I found that being busy helped me keep my mind off everything that had happened. I didn't have the time to dwell on the past anymore. I was no longer tied to the pain of my past marriage. I was free to focus on myself, and that felt incredibly empowering. I didn't need anyone else to validate me. I was in control now, and I was ready to move forward with my life. The past was behind me, and I wasn't going to let it define my future. Then, about 6 months after the divorce, I found out that Rachel was pregnant. She had been such an incredible friend during everything I had gone through. When I was at my lowest, she was the one who helped me get through it. She gave me strength when I had none left. I was beyond happy for her when I heard the news. She deserves all the happiness in the world, and now she was about to start a new chapter in her life. Not long ago, Rachel and I went to church together to pray for a safe pregnancy and delivery. It was a small but meaningful gesture. I wanted to support her just as she had supported me. I felt so grateful for her friendship, and I knew that no matter what, we would always be there for each other. Of course, Rachel wasn't the only one who had been there for me during all of this. My family and friends had offered me unwavering support. They had been my rock, lifting me up when I thought I couldn't go on. Their encouragement helped me regain my strength and my sense of self. I owed them so much, and I wanted to give back. Now I had the opportunity to be there for others, just as they had been there for me. I realized that life has a way of balancing things out. I had gone through so much heartache, but now I was starting to see the fruits of my labor. I had a new purpose, a new sense of direction, and I was determined to make the most of it. I wanted to be a source of support for others, just as my friends and family had been for me. It was time for me to give back and pay it forward. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Blake, do you have a moment? I need to ask you for a favor regarding Max.
It's rare for you to contact me first. Did something happen?
Well, it's not that rare when we're divorced, is it? It's expected, really. After all, we're not together anymore, so I can contact you directly if I need to. I'm not sure what you mean by rare, but I guess you're right in some sense. But anyway, that's not what this is about. It's about Max, actually. Something's come up with him, and I need your help.
I suppose you're right about that. So what's going on with Max? Is something wrong? Is he okay? I hope everything's fine with him. If something's going on with Max, you know I want to help out in any way I can, even if we're not together anymore. After all, he's my son too, and I care about him.
Actually, my mom's been feeling unwell. I'm planning to take care of her, but with Max around, things are a bit difficult. I was hoping you could watch him for a few days. Would that be all right? I know it's a bit of a big ask, and I totally get it if you're not up for it, but I don't have anyone else to turn to right now. She's my priority, but I don't want Max to feel neglected or like he's in the way while I'm trying to help my mom out. I just thought I'd ask you if you could keep him for a few days until things settle down a little. It's really just a temporary situation, nothing permanent. I promise. Could you help me out with this?
Oh, I don't mind. Honestly, I'd be happy to spend time with Max if that's the case. It's been a while since I've had him around, so I'm definitely not against it. But are you sure you want to leave him with me? I mean, I understand you don't have many other options right now, but Do you feel really comfortable with this? I don't want to step on any toes or make things complicated for you. I know things haven't exactly been smooth between us since the divorce, but if it means helping you out and spending time with Max, then I'm on board. Just want to make sure you're okay with it too.
I'd rather not, to be honest. But I don't have anyone else to turn to, and I really don't have a choice this time. I wish things were different and I could find someone else to help me, but the truth is, I'm stuck. It's just a few days, though. It's not forever. I'm just really overwhelmed right now with everything, and I'm trying to do what's best for Max and my mom. I don't expect it to be easy for you either. I know things have been difficult, but I wouldn't ask if it weren't urgent. I just need a little help, Blake.
There's no one else? Come on, didn't you have a boyfriend? Couldn't you ask him to take care of Max? I thought you were in a relationship now. Why not ask him to step in for a little while? I mean, I'm willing to help, but I'd think that if you had someone else around, it might be easier for you to rely on them. I just figured that would be an option. I don't want to make things harder for you, but I also want to make sure you're getting all the support you can right now.
He's away on a business trip right now. Besides, when we divorced, I moved out. I don't have any close friends nearby anymore. And what's with you asking me that? Are you really reluctant to take care of your own son? I thought you'd be happy to spend time with him, Blake. You've always said you care about him, and now's your chance to show it. If you're still hesitating, I don't know what else to say. I know things are complicated, but right now I really don't have any other options. I am asking you for help, and that's all.
I told you already I'd be happy to look after Max. We've been postponing visits for a while now, and the opportunity to spend time with him, no matter the reason, is something I'm grateful for. I'm not turning you down, and I'm not reluctant. But it's been a while since we've been living apart, and I guess I just want to make sure I'm ready. I want to make sure that I'm doing this right. If it's only for a few days, I'm fine with it. I just want to make sure I'm taking the right approach and that Max is comfortable. I don't want to make things harder on him, and I don't want him to feel like he's in a strange situation.
Then there's no problem, is there? What's the hesitation? You've been fine with him before, right? Why not now? What's stopping you from just agreeing? I don't see the issue, honestly. If anything, I thought you'd be more eager to spend time with Max. It's not like you're being asked to raise him for the next few months. It's just a few days to help me out while I take care of things. So why the delay?
You're planning to remarry your current boyfriend, right? You told me you didn't want me to be around while you're transitioning into that relationship. That's why I've been holding back. Given the circumstances, if you could rely on someone else, that would be better, don't you think? I've been trying to respect your space, but I've also been a little hurt by how things ended between us. I'm not saying that's why I'm hesitating, but it's definitely in the back of my mind. I just want to make sure that this doesn't cause any more problems than we already have.
If there was anyone else, I wouldn't be asking you. Trust me, this is a last resort. Please understand that much. I'm just trying to get through this and do what's best for Max. I never wanted things to be this way, but I don't have any other options. I am hoping you understand. I know it's not easy, but I promise it's only temporary.
I get it, but are you really okay with this?
I said I'm fine with it, didn't I? Just don't say anything weird to Max while he's with you, all right? If you do, I won't let you get away with it. I know things are tough right now, but I don't want Max getting caught up in anything uncomfortable. He's already been through a lot with all the changes in our lives.
You have custody of him, so I don't need to think about it anymore, do I?
Well, that's good to hear. I'll bring him over tomorrow morning then. It's the weekend, so you're off work, right?
Yeah, I'm off, so any time is fine. Just let me know what time, and I'll be ready. Also, is there anything I should know about taking care of Max? We've been living separately for about 2 years now, so it'd help if you could give me some pointers. I don't want to do anything that might throw him off or make things harder on him.
Lately, he's been really picky with his food. Sometimes he refuses to eat and ends up throwing up, which has caused him to lose some weight.
What? Is he okay? Max is still in preschool, right? He's still growing.
His health is fine, don't worry about that.
All I need from you is to look after him for a few days. That's it. Thanks in advance.
Got it. I'll do my best to take care of him. Thanks for trusting me with this. I'll see you tomorrow then. Sandra, sorry about this. I need to ask you something if that's okay. It's about Max.
What's going on? Did something happen?
Well, we had dinner just a little while ago and he ate, but then he immediately threw up. I'm really worried. Do you think this is okay? Is this something I should be concerned about?
Didn't I tell you before you dropped him off? It happens often, you know. You really don't need to keep checking in about every little thing. I'm really busy with my own stuff, you know.
This is not something to just brush off. How can you say it's normal when this happens to him? Tell me, what are you feeding him? You really don't think there's something wrong?
It's not anything special. When he's hungry, he eats whatever's around. It's not a big deal. Sometimes he eats on his own if he feels like it.
Eats on his own? Are you being serious? I can see that he's getting thinner, and I think this is probably the reason. How is that even acceptable? How can you say that's okay as a mother?
I don't think I deserve to be spoken to like that. You have been absent for so long, and now you're telling me what to do? You don't have the right to tell me how to raise him. You've barely been involved, and now you want to criticize? Raising a kid isn't easy, you know. You wouldn't understand unless you've been in my shoes.
I get what you're saying, but this really isn't acceptable. Not only is Max looking thinner, but he's been so quiet since he came here. What kind of life have you been letting him live for him to be like this? What's going on?
Max is my child, and you have no right to talk down to me like that. It's not like you've been doing anything to help raise him. You haven't been around for years. I'm doing the best I can, so don't act like you know better. Taking care of a kid is more than just talking. It's a whole lot harder than you think.
I can't argue with that. That was an insensitive thing for me to say. I really apologize for that. I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you for at least understanding.
But now you've got to let me take charge, too. I can't just sit back and let things slide like this. I want to help him, and I can't just let him keep suffering. I'm going to take him to the hospital. I'll cover the costs, so don't worry about it.
I already told you, don't take matters into your own hands like that. Who said you should take him to the hospital? Why are you trying to do everything yourself?
I'll handle the cost, and if it's going to help, then I'm doing it. Is there a problem with that? Do you have a problem with me trying to help?
Well, that just makes things more complicated. I'm already dealing with my mom's health, and it's overwhelming as it is. Please, I really don't need more things to handle right now. I will take him to the hospital once I've sorted everything out here. That should be enough, right? Is that okay?
I see. If you're that insistent, I guess I'll leave the hospital stuff to you, but don't expect me to keep getting involved. I'll back off. Just take care of him, all right? I'm done for now. Let me handle the rest on my side. Goodbye.
Blake, I just want to thank you for taking care of Max for the past few days. It really helped me out in a big way. My mom's health has gotten better now, so I'm planning to pick Max up today.
What are you talking about? Your mom is actually over at the hospital right now visiting Max. You don't need to come over. There's no need for you to be involved right now.
Visiting Max? What do you mean? I told you that my mom had been sick. Stop joking with me. And what do you mean, visiting Max?
I told you about this the other day, didn't I? I took Max to the hospital, and it turns out that he was almost at the point of malnutrition. He's gonna be discharged today, but right now he's resting and sleeping.
Wait, what? I didn't ask you to do that, did I? Why are you going behind my back and doing things like this on your own?
You've been doing the same thing, though! No matter how many times I tried to contact you, I couldn't get through. I thought something might be wrong, so I ended up contacting your mom, and she was completely fine. What happened to you looking after Max?
So my mom's going to see Max? That was your doing, wasn't it? Seriously, stop doing things like that. You're causing unnecessary trouble here.
So what? Are you saying that if everything had been fine, Max wouldn't have ended up malnourished? But look at him now! The person who's really suffering here is Max!
It's because Max hasn't been eating properly. Don't act like this is something new. When he was living with me, everything was fine. That's why it's actually your fault, not mine. What kind of father are you? You can't even take care of your own kid.
How can you still say that after all this time? Max told me everything, you know. He said you lied to me and went on a trip with your boyfriend. Then after that, you still had the nerve to criticize me? You've got to be kidding me.
I've been the one taking care of Max every single day, and I am exhausted from it. So what if I took a little break and went out for a while? Is that such a crime? If you really cared, you'd be stepping in and helping out instead of just criticizing me.
Oh, is that so? Fine then. Max will stay with me from now on. I'm not giving him back to you, and there's no need for you to come and pick him up anymore.
What? Do you seriously think I'll let you do that? Max is my son. Of course I'm going to pick him up. You have no right to just keep him away from me like this.
Anyone who can't take care of their own child should just step aside. I should have done this from the start. Yes, I lost custody because of my lack of experience in parenting, but with the way things are going, I can't trust you with Max anymore. I just can't.
You really think you can just do whatever you want because you're his father? Let me remind you, that's illegal. If I report this, you'll be arrested. Do you really want to risk that?
Is that really how far you're willing to go? If you pull something like that, it's gonna make things a lot harder for me.
Right, exactly. And honestly, I don't care either way. But if you keep this up, you're asking for trouble. Are you ready to face the consequences?
Fine, I get it. Max will stay with me then. I'll take him to you when he wakes up. You won't be objecting to that, will ya?
I understand what you're trying to say, but it's not like I'm just going to back down. Once you bring him to me, Max isn't going anywhere, and he is not going back to you.
When Max wakes up, I'll take him to you. Just make sure you and your boyfriend are waiting for him, okay? I assume you're both together right now?
Yeah, of course. Don't worry about that. Just stay quiet and bring Max over. I'll be waiting for you, so hurry up and get here already.
After everything unfolded, the police arrived at the house, and Sandra and her boyfriend were promptly taken into custody. With Max's testimony and the medical examination results from the hospital, along with the horrifying scene the police discovered in Sandra's home, the decision was made to arrest the two of them. Thankfully, I wasn't involved in any way afterward, and no further issues arose on my part, so the situation was ultimately resolved without complications. Following this, I decided to take action based on the incident and managed to regain custody of Max from Sandra. The entire experience was emotionally exhausting, but in the end, I was able to get Max back, and that was what mattered most. Now, Max and I are living together, just the two of us. It's been a bit of a rough transition for both of us, especially for Max, who had suffered so much. But over time, things have started to feel more normal. For a long while, Max had not been receiving proper nutrition. As a result, whenever he ate anything, he would immediately throw up. This continued for quite some time after we started living together. I had hoped that being in a better, safer environment would help, but it took longer than I expected for him to stabilize. However, after a few months of living with me, Max started to calm down and his condition began to improve. He stopped throwing up after meals, and although it wasn't an immediate change, I could see a steady recovery happening day by day. Now, things are starting to return to normal, or at least to the way they were before the divorce. Max is in much better spirits, and I can see his health improving as he adjusts to his new life with me. He's also attending preschool again and is adjusting well. It makes me happy to see him interacting with other kids, playing and learning, things that should have always been part of his childhood, but were delayed because of everything that happened before. The transition back into a routine has been good for him, and I hope it continues to improve his well-being. As Max grows older, I'm sure we'll face many more challenges. Parenting is never easy, especially when you're raising a child alone after everything that's happened. But despite the difficulties that may come our way, I'm determined to make the right choices for Max's future. I want to raise him in a way that he feels loved and supported without having to deal with the kind of pain and neglect he suffered before. It won't be perfect, but I'm going to do my best, and the one thing I can promise him is that I won't regret the choices I make for him. The most important thing is that Max is safe and happy now. That's all that matters to me. Whatever challenges come up, I'll face them head on, because I know that as long as I'm doing the right thing by him, everything will eventually work out. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.